You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog. Woo, woo. As always, you guys, use code GRID. Support the show when you're using the Underdog app. My name is Kinsey. I am your host. I fly helicopters and planes, so I can definitely pilot these boys. And today, welcome back. Joining me right here, we got three-time All-Star, three-time All-NBA legend, Gilbert Arenas. Blacked out today. One of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who has never lost a debate, Skip Bayless.
I beat Skip a couple times.
Super Bowl champion, five-time Pro Bowler, two-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib Talib. And last but not least, our quarterback, top 5 passer in the history of the USC Trojan, Cody Kessler.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want to talk about our sponsor today. Let's talk about Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks is a fast-acting, long-lasting solution designed to reach your bloodstream quicker so you can get ready when it matters most. It contains powerful active ingredients of both Viagra and Cialis, giving you the best of both worlds in one treatment. Get ready in 15 minutes on average and stay ready for up to 36 hours. Plenty of time to make things happen, I hope. Go to ro.com/grid to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you and receive $15 off your first order. Okay, enough of that. Let's get right into the show. Aqib's loving it. Okay, today we have a packed show talking about Shedeur Sanders, the NFC Niners and Bucks matchup, possible MVP candidates Dak Prescott, and possibly Daniel Jones. Is he an MVP race? And so much more to talk about. So let's get straight into it. First, I want to talk about Jackson Dart because he's got a game tonight. He threw his first 2 interceptions last week against the Saints, and now he's facing the champs. So I just want to add also, the Giants have not won a Thursday night football game in 10 years. Okay, so Aqib, does Jackson Dart have a shot tonight against the Eagles?
No chance. He has no chance. I wish Richie was here because that superstar shit, I want to be looking right at him. But I feel like last week we saw Jackson Dart have to play from behind. You know what I'm saying? That first week he played, they led the whole game. The Chargers wasn't they self. That 5-hour flight was on their ass. It wasn't they self. But last week we seen him have to actually play football. So I feel like as a quarterback in the National Football League, that's who you are. Not when DeBoe can set it up, all screens, quick passes, run the ball, we can stay ahead of the chains. When we get down and you got to make plays, that's who you really are. So we saw that last week versus the Saints. And what we see? We saw a careless fumble and 2 interceptions. We saw him turn the ball. It should have been 4 interceptions.
Yep.
Kool-Aid had the one play. He smacked the ball down like, Kool-Aid, nah, I know you new to this, but goddamn, Kool-Aid. Like,
that's that ball.
Easy pick, you feel me? That was number 3 on the day for him. But it could have easily been 4 interceptions, man. So next they got the champs. You know what I'm saying? The champs ain't the best statistical team, right?
No.
Yeah.
But they 3rd in the league in first quarter points, and they dominate the league in red zone points. And they got all this red zone average. So they got all this chatter about their OC, about AJ Hurts. I think the champs gonna break out and have a big offense tonight. It's usually what happens. You talk down on the offense, this, they come out and give you 40, and then we move on from it. You know what I'm saying? So I think they'll come out and have a big time day on offense, and Dart gonna have to play from behind again. And we'll see again, but I don't think he got a shot tonight, man. He gonna have to play real football versus the champs. I like him to struggle again.
So you got Eagles by 3 touchdowns? Explosion?
Yeah. 31. I give him a 31-13 type night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bracing.
I mean, it is concerning. I mean, he took 17 hits in the first game. Look, I mean, when you're new, right? You think you can take and withstand hits, which that's going to be his problem. He's already had 2 concussion protocols since preseason. So the fact that he doesn't go out of bounds and he doesn't die, he think he's Baker Mayfield already. And, when you don't have the receivers you don't have anymore right now, what are you doing? hamstring pulled last game, right? You're not going to be as mobile as you want to be. And, now you can't make long passes. Plus, you're kind of injured. And you got Saquon coming in the building. I mean, it's going to be one of those games where it could get really ugly really fast. But, I mean, they do have vets that they can throw in at some point.
What you got, Cody?
Yeah, they have a shot. It's a long shot, and it's a tough hill to climb, but they have to be flawless in all three phases. They have to be perfect on offense, perfect on defense, and they have to be perfect on special teams. They need to make a splash play on special teams. They have to do it in this game. But if they want any chance to win, then Jackson Dart and this offense has to protect the football. Last week against the Saints, they were up 14-13 with 1:20 left to go in that game. Their next 6 possessions, they went fumble, return for a touchdown, interception, turnover on downs, game over. You
6
cannot,
possessions.
6 possessions in a row. You're not going to win any football games. I don't care who you're playing when you play like that on offense. And right now, the Eagles' offense is struggling. And if you are the opposing team, you can't give them extra possessions. You can't give them extra opportunities to find a rhythm. You have to protect the football. The other thing that I worry about is that this is Jackson Dart's first game on a short week. Not only that, it's your first division game. You're playing the champs, and you're also on primetime. But in those short weeks, Aqib will tell you, I started multiple games on a short week. It is completely night and day to your normal preparation.
Yep.
You have to be perfect in your recovery. You have to be perfect in your prep. You don't get to practice plays on the field as much as you normally do. So those walkthroughs and those meetings, you have to treat them exactly like a practice. And that's tough to do when you're making only your 3rd start. So he has to learn on the fly right now, and now you're going to get to play Vic Fangio on this defense. So it's going to be tough. What I do like, though, for the Giants is they are at home. They have the crowd behind them. We saw how much they fed off of Jackson Dart in that environment against the Chargers when his first start. But overall, I think it's still going to be too much for the Giants to overcome. I have the Eagles winning 24-13 in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree with all 3 of you because I think Jackson Dart will play very well tonight because these are the games he was born to play. He is the fearless fighter. He's the crazed competitor. He's got a little Baker in him. He's got a lot of Scatterboo in him. They're like the same guy playing quarterback and running back. Emotions on sleeves, yelling, screaming, trash talking, fighting, scratching, clawing.
Dancing.
Okay, dancing. He'll dance. And at home on a Thursday night, he will rise and shine to whatever his maximum is. I wish he had neighbors, because if he had neighbors, you have a shot because you have firepower. You have nuclear firepower that he no longer has. But they can run the ball against a defense that has been suspect against the run. So I see them it's a division rivalry. It's like you said last week about Niners-Rams. It's just one of those games where at home, they just hang around and hang in and make a play here, make a play there, get the crowd into the game. And the Eagles are still trying to find themselves because they can't run the ball. And their running back, who had an all-time great year last year, is having an all-time average year this year as he returns, quote-unquote, home tonight to play his ex-team, the Giants. So here's the most stunning stat of all this to me, is that last year, Saquon Barkley had 21 runs of more than 20 yards. 21 times he got loose for more than 20, and as you guys know, some of them were like 60 and 70. This year he has goose egg. He's got 0 this year. No 20-yard or more run this year so far. Last year he averaged 125 yards a game. This year, 53 yards a game. His offensive line is beat up, and I think it's still because Landon Dickerson is out tonight. He's out. Okay. And Lane Johnson has been in and out, and it doesn't look like he's right, and Cam Jurgens hadn't been right all year. And the one thing my team, the Cowboys, has that this team doesn't have is backup offensive linemen, because we look at least as good with our backups in. They don't. That's one thing that we got over Philadelphia. So to me, it was interesting. Saquon tried to mediate. He sat down, tried to play peacemaker with Jalen and AJ the other day, and they had like a 3-man summit, and it sounded like Saquon called it, like he wanted to try to sit them down, get them back on the same page, because they've had issues off the field. You were going to ask me about it. I
had to leave. I
know
asked you
you had to
today,
go.
though. I need to know that.
Today, I would tell you what they were.
Sure.
But you were guessing what they were, and you were correct with your guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it still simmers beneath the surface where they're just not. I just think they don't love each other, and they don't vibe. They don't have a connection. But they're both really good at what they do. And we saw what happened against your team in the second half when push came to shove. Mm-hmm. They finally just said, hell with this. We're going to do watch what we do together. And it was the two of them that came back on your Rams, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. From 26-7 down, they outscored them 26-7 the rest of the way because of Jalen and AJ. So to me, when Saquon tries to mediate between them, they'll figure it out. They always do. They'll be fine. Saquon's the guy who, I don't know, he was always a home run hitter and never a run establisher. Like, again, I'll do my Cowboys again. Javonte Williams, he runs hard. Like he gets hard yards. He gets ugly yards, where there's nothing there and he gets 4 or he gets 5. Saquon never does that. He's not a between the tackles run establisher, so they have to get him free. If you get him free, God, he can still run 4.35 or whatever he runs. But to me, if you're going to be right about an explosion, he's going to have to explode for the first time because I haven't seen him explode all year yet. Maybe
I think this a good opportunity for him though.
It is.
Go to your former team.
Yeah.
At your former home, you know what I'm saying? All the talk is about the pass game. I think they have a great plan for this run game today. And they threw the ball good last week. It was all in the first half, but they threw it good last week. So
they did.
When you're watching that film, you're going to try to stop that pass because what they did in the first half last week. So you prepare for that pass. You kind of let the run game get on them back burners, man. It's there. They got beat up linemen. They have backups in, but them backups would be healthy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's half the problem. Y'all got hurt guys in. They not 100%. That's probably why we're not getting going. So you put some healthy guys in there, man. You get Saquon a crease, man. And
he needs a crease.
He might have 150 yards.
You will see it.
Yeah. Tonight?
Wow, tonight.
150?
The Giants were last place in rushing.
They're not good.
They're giving up every.
Hot take.
No, it's not a hot take. It's just reality. Like
you definitely could run the ball.
Williams ran 100-something yards. Bill ran 80-something yards. I mean, every running back has killed them.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So this is him coming back home, and those guys are not even the top tier, top 1, 2, 3 in the NFL in rushing. Now you're going to face one, right? So he is about to do damage, right? I don't see how Giants do anything. I mean, the fact that they're probably the worst team in the red zone, 19 tries with 6 touchdowns, that's like, I don't see how you
But you always
think
hate
about
on the Cowboys pass rush, right? Saquon got 60 yards versus them. You think he's going to get 150 tonight?
155.
I mean,
the fact that you're challenging me, I'm at 5 more yards.
You always hate on the pass rush of the Cowboys.
And they've given up so far, 22, the Giants, 22 times, 22 rushing attempts with 10 or more. Mm-hmm. 20 more. I mean, that's an impressive stat.
It is. Yep.
Right.
720 or more.
Yeah. Jackson Dart he's going to be dancing, He's going to be
dancing for his life.
Yep. He's going to be doing a stink leg after he get hit a couple times because obviously he gets hit.
I'll say this though, and yes, Saquon's not running like he did last year. He hasn't had the opportunity. Jalen Hurts isn't on time with his receivers right now. They got to build that chemistry. But the guy that I'm worried most about right now for the Eagles is Kevin Patullo. That offense right now is very vanilla. They lack explosive plays. They don't look comfortable. I hate their pre-snap operation. And I saw this stat. They are last right now in the NFL with time left to go on the play clock when they get to the line of scrimmage, meaning that they're not getting the playing time. And then Jalen Hurts gets up there and he doesn't have time to make checks and make their calls up front and make adjustments. It's just the operation isn't clean right now.
Coming in late?
I do think it's coming in late, and I think they're struggling right now knowing where to go with the game plan because the offense isn't the problem. The players on the field, they returned 10 of 11 starters from last year, so I know this group can play together.
Yeah.
We've seen it before, but there's no identity on offense right now. They're 30th in scoring offense, they're 31st in passing offense, and they're 25th in rushing offense. They can't lean on any one area. The other thing, too, is they're 29th in the NFL in yards per play. There is just lack of explosive plays down the field, and it's so difficult to put together 10, 12, 15-play drives without explosive plays because you give yourself more opportunities for mistakes. So that worries me. And then watching the Broncos game back, I wasn't here on Monday, But the fact that Jalen Hurts threw the ball 38 times.
Yeah.
And Saquon Barkley had 6 carries in that game, and they led for the majority of the game until 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter is bizarre to me. And it's not like Saquon couldn't get anything going. He had that big 17-yard rush down the left. He was averaging 5 yards per carry, but they went out and said, we're going to throw it 38 times, even when we're up 17-3.
Well,
They had a bunch of first down play actions because the Broncos loaded the box.
Agreed.
Y'all want to give us these play actions, and they was hitting on them too.
Yeah.
First down play action, throw it to the flat, 6 yards.
Agreed.
They was doing that all day.
But the problem is
why not?
You've
Why
got
not
to stay
take what they're giving you?
You've got to stay balanced because when it comes crunch time, it wasn't working. When you get the ball to say he had 6 carries for 30 yards, that's 5 yards per carry. Keep feeding him.
Well, mind you, they got wins versus the Bucks, the Rams, and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Them some big dogs in the league.
They are.
Yeah.
If you want to say Skipper put the Cowboys up there, I wouldn't quite put them up there, but they got wins, so he's doing something, right?
Yeah,
I
agree.
The games, we doing something. That's why Eagles are the epitome of stats aren't everything, bro. You don't have to lead the league in rushing, passing, and you don't have to do all that. As long as we winning when that clock is 0-0, that's what matters. As long as we scoring points when we get in the red zone, that's what matters. As long as we scoring points early in games, that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? So
By the way, the Cowboys are big sleeping dogs right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm with it, Skip.
They're not sleeping dogs, sleeping bears. They're hibernating. I don't know if they're going to wake up for the
point
winter.
Through the winter, all the way through the winter.
And I don't disagree. Like, they're winning games. They're 4-1. They're 22-4. They're 22-4 in the last 2 years.
They've done this before, too, right?
They have.
Did the offense come out last year just striking?
But
or did
they
it take
haven't
a minute?
done it with Kevin Patullo. That's what worries me is I don't know what his fix is going to be. When it gets tough, when in these gotta-have-it situations going forward, we haven't seen what Kevin Patullo is going to be. And also, the Rams game, they came back. But last week, against the Broncos, they couldn't put the game away in the second half. They couldn't make that play that they had to make at the end of the game. The offense didn't look explosive. It doesn't look comfortable right now. It doesn't look like they're in rhythm, and that's what you want to have as an offense.
They hit Devontae. That was an explosive play, but it was illegal motion.
But okay,
they ran a double move and hit AJ, but AJ didn't think he was getting the ball because he got off track. He slowed down.
He quit on him.
He quit on him.
That was that
play.
But you know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
But I seen explosive plays last week. They just didn't count.
I'm glad you brought that up, though. That fourth down, that goes back to my point of the operation not being smooth. Right. What happened on that play when they hit Devontae Smith? The wide receiver was still getting set.
That wasn't Patullo, though.
If you get that play in sooner, though, this is what happens. The wide receiver's not getting set. Saquon did his motion out, and he returned. If there's enough time on the play clock as a quarterback, stop. You have to get everybody set, but they had no time because it was 3, 2, 1 on the play clock, and then you waste a big play.
Hurts motioned him out to see if it was man or zone.
Yeah.
It took him all fucking day to realize it, and then he finally bro. Peyton would have motioned him out. He would have took 4 steps. Peyton was all right, come back. I see what the fuck.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Hurts clock too is not all on.
No, but my
point
is, Aqib, it doesn't matter how long it took for him to go out there. As soon as you send him in motion and you see that wide receiver move, you're taught, hey, stop. We can't have 2 guys in motion. You kill the play, you stop, bring everybody back, get them set, and then run it. If you don't have time on the play clock, though, you can't do that, and you can't miss that big play and that opportunity in that game. So it just goes back to me saying this is Kevin Patullo's first time ever calling plays, too. He's been a pass game coordinator. He's been with the Eagles for 4 or 5 years now, so I know he's familiar with the system with Sirianni's offense, but he's never been in this position before, so that's what worries me. I still think the Eagles are the favorites in the NFC. The Lions are right up there. I think they're going to find ways to get it done and get it figured out, but my concern right now is that offense because the numbers don't lie, and when you watch the tape, yeah, they have a couple plays here and there, but they're, I think, almost 50% right now with 3 and outs. Like, there's not a lot of things that give you hope thinking, all right, they're going to get this figured out.
I've seen explosive. I've seen Saquon. I've seen Devontae. I've seen AJ. All of them with an opportunity
but they didn't hit on them.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and I'm going to say it again. If the ref makes the correct call, the refs collective, on the grounding, it should have been grounding. I don't care what you say.
I agree.
They threw the flag,
That was a grounding.
and it
It
should have
wasn't-
stayed
it
a
wasn't
flag.
grounding.
And if
You
the
don't think
refs...
so?
Fuck no.
Okay, if the ref throws the flag on the pass interference down on the 4-yard line, we're having a whole different conversation.
Right.
And I went back after you and I argued about it. The Hail Mary that Jalen throws at the end of the game is beautiful. It's perfect. Devontae goes up and gets both, go look at it, both hands on the football. AJ is weirdly right behind him and reaches up through under his arms and gets one hand up, and I swear AJ breaks it up. Or you could argue Devontae should have just come down with it.
Sertan ain't do nothing?
Okay,
No,
who?
10 did.
Yeah,
Sertan ain't do
So
nothing.
he wasn't in. I looked this morning. I looked at it again. I swear he doesn't get a hand in it.
We're going to need that replay.
So what you do on that, and I'm not going to put this on Jalen Hurts because you got to put the ball there. But when you're taught as an offense on a Hail Mary, you have a point man, right? Who's the jumper? You identify who the jumper is.
I don't know how both of them got in the same
because the ball was so far back in the end zone. So they had Devontae as a jumper.
Yeah.
You have a guy behind for the tip. He's waiting for it. Then you have 2 guys in front for the short tip. The fact that the ball was in the back of the end zone, it pushed Devontae into AJ.
Okay.
So I know everyone's blaming AJ, but if you look at that, he's at the back of the end zone. His job on that play was to be waiting for a tip because you only have one guy jump.
Should it have been caught? That's the question.
I thought Surtain broke it
I thought I
up,
saw
man.
Surtain's hand come in too.
If we could get the clip, I would love to see it.
It would have been a hell of a catch. It would have been a hell of a catch. And Jalen Hurts gave him an opportunity. I'm
But
not
my
saying
point
he didn't do
is,
his
if
job.
Devontae does come down with it, we're having a whole different conversation.
Oh, we are.
And then if the refs throw that flag,
on the pass interference.
I'm talking about the Chiefs game on that offensive pass interference. Then that's a totally different. So the refs miss calls. It happens.
I mean, they should have lost.
Judgment. It happens.
But so you think if they win that game, this erases everything that we've been talking
No,
about it for
I mean,
4
the
weeks
offense
now.
is the offense.
The offense is still struggling.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't that the best thing? Like they're struggling, but they're 4-1.
Exactly.
Ravens is struggling. Like when we're talking
gotta
about
find something to talk about with the Eagles.
When we're talking about Super Bowl preseason favorites, 3 of them are struggling.
Yep.
1 is still at the top, 4-1.
Right.
Ravens, we see what they look like, right? Chiefs, we see what they look like. So the fact that they're finding ways to win, playing horrible, should scare everyone.
It should.
Like they're 0-3 in whatever they're trying to do.
Right.
They're not running well. They're not passing well. They're not making great calls. Right now, Hurts should be considered an MVP candidate.
Really?
Because he has 120 QB rating, while being blitzed 41% of the time.
Yeah.
So the fact that he is still making great plays while being blitzed, the fact that the Giants don't blitz
and you
at
know
all.
what Jalen Hurts does better than anyone right now in the league is what he doesn't do. They do not turn the football over. They lead the NFL. They have one turnover.
Yeah, that's why they're winning. That's why they're winning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One. And you know what it was? It was early third quarter against your team, the Rams, and Jalen got sacked and lost it. And Rams recover at the 10-yard line, and boom, first play, Matt Stafford touchdown pass, and it's 26-7 Rams. And I'm about to start watching something else at that point.
You probably did.
And I probably did.
And that's a valid point. I'm not sitting here saying the Eagles are in trouble.
You are. You said you're very concerned.
I'm concerned that if you don't get this fixed, because it's not like we can sit here and say, all right, this is an entirely new offense. They've got to get chemistry. The only guy they lost from last year was Mekhi Becton. He's gone. Other than that, they returned 10 of 11 starters. What's the common denominator? What's the one change? Kevin Patullo.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's been the issue week in and week out. And it's gotten to the point for me now through 5 weeks, I'm not seeing progress to where I feel like they're going to turn this around. I think they're going to get late in the season in some of these games, even the playoffs, if they keep just putting Band-Aids on it and they don't get it fixed, that's where the concern comes in to where are they going to be able to win these games when they need the offense to go score? And I know they did it against the Rams and they came back and won that game, but can they do that consistently if they get in these dogfights where it becomes a shootout?
Maybe they're just a slow start, though. Last year they started 2-2.
Exactly.
No,
and
it's
then
3-5.
9-game win
I agree.
streak.
There's one more change that you failed to mention. It's the ring. It's the ring.
I got it for you guys, by the way. Let's take a look.
When you the champs, you get everybody best shot.
Okay, they're both up. He does get.
You see that orange glove?
And then that's
He's
this
getting
angle.
brought down by A.J. Brown.
If you see the
AJ's
front
hand
angle,
is in there. I think
getting
Devontae catches
choked out.
this if not for AJ.
but you don't see that orange glove? Look at that orange glove, Skip.
Orange glove.
It's low. It's low. It's not up on the football.
I'm kind of
touched
with
the
Skip
football.
right now. Look at A.J.
But he
Brown.
got it on that orange glove is on the football.
No, he does. But this is a perfect example why you're taught. We only have one jumper. You're not supposed to have two. You have one guy go up on your team.
I get it. I understand that.
And then
That's
it
a great
gets tipped
point.
behind.
How many times do you
Why
see
did
a
A.J. Brown
perfectly
jump?
executed Hail Mary? Like, the coach
that's
say all that shit, but when it's go time, he throw that ball, bro. Everybody
Come
on now.
You can't, though. You got to be locked in on that because how many times we see a guy go up? It's not the initial catch.
Right.
It's the tip to the guy behind that's in the right position because you're taught that.
Well, my point was, once you the champs, everything you did last year, everybody's preparing for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to repeat what you did last year when you the champs. You're going to get everybody best. This is everybody's Super Bowl. They want to beat the champs. They preparing. They spent time in the offseason. They play you this year, we're going to spend time in the offseason. They don't do that for every team. They do that for the champs, though. So it's tough to do the same thing over again. And if you came out with wins versus the Bucs, the Rams, the Chiefs, and the Cowboys, you're in a great place right now.
Yeah, and playing ugly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if
you're in a great place right now.
If you're playing ugly and still finding ways to win, especially, in the NFL, it's hard to win games. So the fact that they're pulling these games out when we can clearly see other teams that's supposed to be dominant haven't figured out how to win games. So the fact that they're winning games and they are, leading in their division, it's hard to complain about.
But we look
even though it's really ugly, like they're winning sloppy right now, right? It should be what 2-3, right? 3-2 at best.
Probably.
Okay,
right?
What they got going last year, they steamrolled.
They should have lost to us,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Right? Grunk with the turnover there, like you know what I mean. So they should have lost.
Yeah.
But they won. They figured out how to win.
So
and that's important.
what's their mantra this year? We just win it somehow. We win it somehow.
That's so far. Week 5. Hey, shit, we get it done, fellas.
Hey, in 2023, they were winning it somehow and got to the playoffs and got in a shootout. And I know they had injuries that year. I'm not comparing. There's
all you want to do is get to the tournament.
Huh?
You just want to get to the playoffs, and then it's a whole new season after that. So
they're excellent.
They just got to get there first.
They're excellent in the red zone.
I don't want it to sound like I'm out on the Eagles. I still believe in the Eagles.
You're just very concerned about
very concerned.
I'm just so concerned about this.
I was in Philly for an off-season. I root for the Eagles, man.
92% in the red zone. They're very concerned.
Concerned.
12 and 13 in the red zone. That's concerning.
So to sum up on Jackson Dart, I think you're going to find as he starts to show you who he really is, he'll play better against the good teams as an underdog than as a favorite at New Orleans. Like those are the games you.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who.
Skip, I saw who Jackson Dart was against the Saints. We already seen it.
Okay.
That's who you are. When it's time for you to throw the ball downfield, you're like a running back. It looked like all halfback passes.
It did.
Every time you throw the ball downfield.
Yeah.
So, superstar. Yeah, right.
Right. I'll say this.
That's not how superstars look.
That was my concern, Gil, to your point earlier. And my whole thing was if you throw a quarterback in too early with an offensive line that's not ready, they become a run-first quarterback. Mm-hmm. Those eyes drop to the offensive line, or they try to do too much when the initial read isn't there. And we see flashes of that. But he did play in rhythm in some of those plays. That post route to Theo Johnson was a great read. I mean, he noticed the rotation, looked right, came back to the left side, and threw a dot. So he is showing some flashes, but that's still, again, with Jackson Dart, he's got to keep working off of that. And sometimes you're going to have to make up for the deficiencies around you. As a rookie, that's really tough.
All right, so Cody Kessler thinks the Eagles' offense is ass, and you believe, and Skip believes.
No, I said I'm concerned about Kevin Petullo.
Concerned about the coach.
Clarify here. Don't clip that. Don't clip that.
And Skip thinks the Giants can win tonight.
No, I didn't say they could win. They'll hang in. I take 7.5.
Okay.
Quick question, you guys. It's concerning to be up 4-1 and y'all got fucking team meetings? That's the only thing that concerns me. You're 4-1.
Are you concerned now too?
No. I'm just saying 4-1 and y'all having team meetings. Like yo, shut the fuck. That's what that should be saying. Like,
if you feel friction is wrong on the team between two of the top guys, then somebody got to step in and handle that shit. As the leader, you know what I'm saying?
You would have done that.
Exactly. It don't matter what the record is.
You know why they do that?
1-4. If two of the leaders on the team got friction, somebody got to step in and say, "Hey, bro, let's move this shit to the side.
I don't think the Bills are doing that.
You know why they're doing that, though, Gil? Why they're doing that is because the standard in Philly's right here. If the Titans are 4-1, but they're struggling, if some of these lower teams down the poll are 4-1, but they're struggling, they're like, hey, we're winning games. Cool. The Eagles, I will give them credit. Their standard is up here. They're 4-1, and they're not satisfied.
No, I don't think it had nothing to do with football. It ain't had nothing to do with our record, or it ain't had nothing to do with that. It got something to do with just we could just feel the tension between y'all motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, bro, let's sit down as men and get this shit on, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I like that move by the head coach of Giants when he said, we looked at the film, A.J. Brown is always open.
He's open.
He's open a lot.
He's very wide open.
He can't get him the ball. I was like, oh, that's a good petty move right there.
The pot a little bit. That's what he do. He trying to find a way.
Yeah, find a way. Let him try to force it to him.
He gonna need it.
All right, guys, let's talk about some drama because, Aqib, your ex-coach is always he's always in the news. But right now, there's rumors that the decision makers at UNC are looking for exit strategies with Bill Belichick. It's circulating. There's a toxic culture at UNC football, and one of the parents even said their son doesn't want to go to the facility anymore. It's too toxic. So Bill Belichick goes on. He says he remains fully committed to the program. Aqib, is Bill Belichick at North Carolina doomed, or will he turn it around?
I hate this for Bill. I'll be honest. I hate this. I wish he would have just retired from the Patriots.
Oh.
Yep.
Went to the media, you know what I'm saying? He was good in the media. Go to the media, get on a couple shows, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to hear what you got to say, Bill. So I wish he would have never even put himself in this position that he's in now. But you know, you got that competitive bone in your body. You want to coach. Nobody want to give me no job in the league, then I go to college and show y'all what to do.
Is he tired? He's old.
I mean, but hey, he got that 24-year-old girl. You see, he ain't tired.
No, he is tired. That's
You get him
She's
He's
tired.
that roast Sparks,
Hey, you give him a roast Sparks, he's tired.
he don't look the same. He don't look sharp. He just be sitting there just like.
Hey, he always look like that. This is how he look. He's stale faced with the media. But man, Bill, he is used to a certain type of competitor. Like you probably take the most competitive guy on UNC team. Bill used to having a team full of them.
Yeah.
And in college, it's just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take 2 years, maybe 3 years to get where he want to be. But when you all in the media, you can blame your girlfriend for every single thing, the losses, every single thing she get blamed for. So, I don't know if he going to have that kind of patience. I don't know if he going to have that kind of time. Like, it's probably wearing on him now. He probably wishing he didn't take this job. Now, he wanted to turn around right now. It's probably going to take 2-3 years to turn around. So, I don't know if he got the patience to do it. Now, I want him to stick around and show everybody how good of a coach he is, how he can turn a program like that around. I just don't know if he's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If his rumbles already about getting him up out of there and he already tired of the staff, if he took a whole week off for the bye week, man, that means he got a problem with probably the guy on top of him. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it end well, but I just don't think it's going to end well. I don't think it's going to end well with UNC. So
That's big for you to say that.
Yeah,
I thought you'd say turn it around.
The friction is there, man. And I've been at a school where the head coach and the athletic director had friction. Next thing you know, the head coach was gone, man. Gino was up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Him and Lou Perkins they not on the same page. So one of them got up out of there. So I don't think it's going to end well. I wanted to end well for my dog Bill, but I don't think it's going to end well, and I don't think he give a fuck for real.
Was his coaching style ever toxic, like the environment with the Patriots?
Nah, his coaching style was immaculate.
Yeah.
You know and it was straight football, man. He treat you like a grown man. He do the little stuff to give you an edge on the game that other coaches didn't do, in my opinion. So he gonna shoot you straight. If you run a play and that shit suck, he gonna tell you that shit suck. You know what I'm saying? So them little kids they got different egos and shit now. They make NIL money. They damn near millionaires. They might not like how he talked to them or whatever the case may be. But I love how Bill coach, man. These young kids out here, they're different now. They need younger coaches like Lee to, UNC call Lee, man. I bring I'll shake that thing back.
Every day he wants a coaching job.
It's college kids, man.
Exactly.
It's college kids. It's like the perfect storm to go against him.
Yep.
You have a 24-year-old around college kids. That's their big sister. You already know your big sister comes to the practice facility of the game.
Yep.
We trying to holler at her. Right? Hey, come on, Cody. We know you can't do nothing with that over there, man. You know what I mean? You got the young blood. So all of it is toxic, right? Yep. You're talking about a whole bunch of kids who know he can't do nothing with that young thing right there.
You give him a roast spark, though.
I know, hey, listen, we've been young and a coach got a hot wife. We're all under the table talking about it, thinking about it.
Yeah, we are.
You know what I mean? We are. So there's no way he feel comfortable with that, and you try to over-penalize because we're trying to holler at your woman. This life should have been separated. When you was a winning coach, you were dedicated to football. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We know about your hot rod more than we know about you. Your the hot one is more. She's in the media.
Yeah.
Tied with you. She's attached attached to your brand.
She get blamed for everything.
Yeah, I mean,
said that.
Yeah.
50. There's a 50-year-old. I mean,
Apparently, she's on every email though with UNC.
like, you gotta.
His assistant.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what
That's
she
crazy.
is. She shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
My
it's just
assistant got to be involved in everything so she can assist.
not
But
when.
has your wife ever been your assistant? No.
She my assistant right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, she
that's what I
is.
said. You're coming with a pedigree that they like. The pedigree that we were paying for is not what we got here, right? You know, I know recruiting is the first year. You know, you're
not going to get it like this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
you
the
wait?
The media wants you to get it like this. You're Bill Belichick. We want to see the wins right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to happen like that. So it's like you said, it's just a bad situation, man. And I don't know if Bill going to have the patience to stay down for that shit.
Are they going to have the patience to
deal with
all this?
They better, or else it's going to be a pretty big buyout if they don't.
$30 million.
Yeah. He's got a 5-year, I think,
Yeah,
5-year
but it's
contract.
$30 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
So that's the buyout.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll say this. I'm with Aqib on this a little bit. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I think it's too early to hit the panic button right now on Bill Belichick in North Carolina. And to Gil's point, this is his first time ever coaching at the college level. We're watching him learn in real time how to recruit, how to handle the NIL landscape, how to handle the transfer portal. And on top of that, he's coaching a roster with 70 new players from 2024. This is one of the biggest roster turnarounds in college football. There's no continuity. There's no chemistry with the players on the field, and there's no chemistry with the coaches that are coaching them. That is a tough place to be in. And I get that the fans are frustrated right now, but they're only 2-3. And you could argue those 2 wins are against UNC Charlotte.
I would argue that.
The other win is against the University of Richmond. I get that. And the 3 losses are blowouts. That they got blown out by TCU, UCF, and then they lost 38-10 last week against Clemson at home. And it was a lot worse. They called the dogs off. Dabo Swinney called the dogs off in the second half. But they were up big in the first half. But my biggest thing right now is I think they're frustrated because of the product on the field. They don't care about the score. They don't care about the wins and losses. They don't look competitive. They don't look disciplined. No one's on the same page. They're struggling right now getting that chemistry, getting things going. And like you said, this is a results-based business. They want it right away, but it's going to take time. You have to give him time to recruit. You have to give him time. I'm telling you, Gil, right now, and I've been covering college for a while, last couple of years at USC, I don't think people understand how difficult it is to get an NIL collective going. Right? The school can't pay directly. You have to have an NIL collective that is funded by alumni, that's funded by donors, it's funded by former players, and if you don't have a good one, then you can't compete in recruiting anywhere.
You don't think he got that?
Oh, he got that.
Not right now. Not right now.
Jordan in the suites.
He got big bread.
Tell me this. Okay, so let's say this. So say he does turn it around. Say the NIL takes off, they get a great collective, they can pay, they can compete with the Oregons and the Alabamas, and USC's been better now with fundraising. They can start competing with these top schools. It's still going to take, to your point, 2 or 3 years to lay that foundation and to set a standard that he wants and to go get these players that fit in his scheme so that he can go out there and play well. I don't know how much longer he has coaching. By that time, he's going to be, 76? And then if he gets to the end of his contract at 78 and you finally get to the peak and, all right, we're happy, how long are you going to sustain that? And if he doesn't, you're starting all over again at North Carolina. If he says, all right, establish the culture here, we're winning games, but you're not going to go on a dynasty run, now you're 78 and you're done. I'm not saying he will be, but if he's done, you see these schools that hire new coaches that have turnaround, players leave. If a coach leaves, you're going to lose 50 to 70 players automatically. So I don't think North Carolina's in a great spot right now. I'm with Aqib a little bit on this. I really wish that Bill would have just kept doing the broadcasting type of thing and stayed with the legacy that he had with the Patriots. It's just a different world when you're coaching college football, and we're seeing him try to learn that and adjust in real time.
So, quick thought on the 24-year-old. I thought for the first time ever, Aqib, that Bill flaunted his private life, because he would never have done that in New England, just to show the 18-year-old potential recruits, I still got my fastball. I can get her, and I'm going to flaunt her. I'm going to have her out front everywhere we go, just to say, I still have a cool factor that would connect with 18, 19, 20-year-olds. That's how I saw him, because I was shocked that he made that such a public thing, where he pushed her out front. Okay, now I'm going to get to the bottom line to all this. Here's the God's truth about all this, and you will vehemently disagree and be my guest.
Maybe not.
But Bill continues to get exposed as a head football coach. That's the truth.
Definitely disagree.
Okay? I told you would. All right? He is one of the all-time great defensive coordinators, defensive coaches, however you want to look at it. But I'm not second-guessing. I first guessed this, and I'm going back 8-10 years ago in his heyday in New England. I kept saying that is 75%, at least 75% Tom Brady. And I'll give Bill 25% of the dynasty. But slowly but surely it became clearer and clearer that Bill was just a product of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. And I can just give you the numbers. Look at Bill as a head NFL coach without Tom Brady. 34-51. God, I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. It's 64-85. 64-85 without Tom. That's counting Cleveland, first 2 years without Tom in New England. 64-85. Then once Kraft and Bill pushed Tom out the back door, and he went down to Tampa and did that in that pandemic year. Without Tom, over those last 4 years in New England, Bill went 29-34. He had complete control of the franchise, 29-34. He played in one playoff game at Buffalo, and it was the immaculate game in which Josh Allen and company were never forced to punt the whole game. They were never stopped, 37-17. That's the greatest defensive coordinator ever and the GOAT head coach. Couldn't make Josh Allen punt in his only playoff game after Tom Brady left in 4 years. 8 teams had openings after Bill got fired by Robert Kraft. 8 NFL teams, and nobody hired him. Well, that should have told you something right there. Carolina, desperate. They're a sleeping giant, they feel like, in the ACC. So they put all their, they scrounge and scramble up all their money together, and they put $50 million on the table for him, right? $50 million over 5 years. It's really 50.5. It's 0.1 per year. Mm-hmm. And they have, you said it, they haven't been competitive against 3 Power 4 schools. Yeah. Because they had that, and they've sold out every home game, but TCU in that opener on Labor Day night.
Yeah, looked good early.
With Jordan there, they went and scored their first touchdown, and then they got blown off the field 48-14. And then at Central Florida, it's 34-9. And Clemson, the students are leaving after the first quarter, and it's 38-10. And then they have a bye week ahead of Clemson, and Bill and Jordan Hudson are seen in Nantucket on vacation during the bye week. You can't do that, man. Then you've checked out. And it was reported that several of the assistants tried to get a hold of Bill during the bye week and couldn't reach him in Nantucket, checked out. And now the players are starting to check out on Bill. And to your point, this is the Wild Wild West, man. If you don't like what you're seeing or feeling, because Bill is tough to play for when it goes wrong. When you guys would lose, tell me how vicious those film sessions could get, right? Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't have Tom Brady anymore, and he doesn't have you anymore, and he's probably still doing it the same way in film sessions. And they're saying, "Hell with this! I'm out of here, man. I'm gone." That they supposedly have a top 20 recruiting class for next year, but at this rate, because they got a bunch of tough games left here that they're going to lose. They're not going to beat anybody. And by the way, they got lucky this year because these are the ACC teams that weren't on their schedule. They don't have to play Miami, Florida State, Georgia Tech, SMU, Louisville, or Boston College. Not on the schedule. And I still don't think they can win an ACC game. So those boosters, those trustees who put together $50 million, they're just seeing disaster because the one thing I do agree with you on, I don't think it's going to get any better. I don't see where he's just going to suddenly see the light and turn it around because you want to talk about set in his ways. Bill Belichick is set in his ways as anybody who ever stepped on a football field. And whatever he's been doing, he won't dramatically, radically change. He'll just keep being Bill Belichick. And the players are saying, unlike what you could do in New England, screw you, I'm out. That's what's going to start happening.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that's going to happen that blows my mind with all of this is you know how close Bill Belichick and Nick Saban are. And we saw Saban, and I don't know exactly what the reasons for Saban retiring were, but it looked like he saw
NIL.
a little bit of a taste of the NIL in the transfer portal. And
No
he said,
doubt.
I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm too old. I'm out. I'm done.
Right.
You would think that they would communicate because
True.
on top of the NIL and all of that, college coaching is not like the NFL. You don't get those 3 or 4 months in the offseason to go take a break and, okay, we'll go to the combine, let the GM scout, do all these other things. It is an 11.5-month job at the college level, especially as a head coach. You go season, and then you have to recruit, and then you go spring ball, and then you're back to recruiting, and then you go fall camp. But in between the weekends and on Friday nights, you're recruiting around locally. You're flying all over the place. You're trying to go to these fundraisers to get more money from the NIL. You get maybe 2 weeks in the summer to take a legit vacation. Other than that, you are nonstop the entire year. It surprises me that he maybe didn't communicate with Saban, or maybe he did. And he said, yeah, Bill, maybe I wouldn't do it, but go do it.
If you think Bill ain't know the college coaching schedule, then come on, Cody.
I mean, do you think, though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn well what he
I'm
was
not saying he
getting
didn't
into.
know. I'm saying that
He probably done it because he got an opportunity to make one of my sons the D coordinator, the other one the safety, trying to put his sons on at the same time. Shit, I'm damn near 80. Let me get my sons in a good situation. If we turn it around and we start balling, when I'm done, shit, it's going to be his turn.
That is correct.
You know what I'm saying? So he putting his sons in a good situation. If we don't turn it around, then, we tried. I tried to put y'all boys on. Y'all got to go get it yourself now. So how can you not take the job opportunity? You got an opportunity to do this for your sons. They in the coaching. You throwing the alley-hoop for them boys.
Steve was the defensive coordinator at Washington already, and he was coaching a damn good defense at the time. So he was already on. I mean, and that's a good point. Maybe that's why, but I'm not saying that he didn't know. Obviously, he knows what it takes. That's my point, though, is he talked to Saban probably. He understands what it takes to coach at the college level. At 73 years old, I find it surprising that he said, yeah, that's what I want to go do and put myself through this and then understand.
You don't know Bill, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, it could
What
be.
did he put himself through? And Nantucket when they're trying to call him. He ain't doing none of that shit that they got going on.
Exactly.
Like, if you're North Carolina, do you get rid of him now?
No.
Because what happens is,
you can't.
Whatever he's giving me, I could have got that without him.
Sure.
I could have got blown out for the same 3 teams without paying $50 million.
Yeah.
North Carolina not going to get rid of him.
They're not going to let him walk away.
It's a matter if he want to leave or not.
Yeah, that 24-year-old, they ain't walking away. Boy.
They're not going to get rid of him.
Although,
you don't know what to do.
There are a bunch of reports that say they're trying right now to negotiate down the buyout, but it's $30 million.
They're trying to buy.
And if I know Belichick, he's saying, no way am I giving you a penny less.
If they want him gone, they're going to have to buy him out. But I'm saying you could get the same results without the $50 million.
Yeah.
So when you're paying $50 million for that name, you're expecting a turnaround. It's delusional. If I'm paying $50, I'm expecting damn near championship. That's what I'm. First year, I'm paying $50 million the first year. But that's the delusion.
You can't do that.
I know, but that is the delusion that I'm selling to the boosters. I'm selling it to the fans.
Exactly.
I'm selling it to everybody. Yeah. I could have got the same shit for free.
And that's just how the upstairs sound to Bill. And Bill, that's probably why he's like, bro, listen, I'm going to Nantucket. Hey, y'all get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why
y'all think it's going to happen that fast, then y'all delusional.
Because I'm paying I'm paying you for me to be delusional.
I think that's where the
in reality is reality.
That right there. Yep. Y'all want to turn around too fast. Bill, like, I need time to do this shit. And if y'all gonna be on me like that, then shit, I don't gotta do this shit. Like,
I believe.
We are talking about
you said it like 3-4 years. You guys put it together. You said 3-4 years he's going to need to turn it around. At 78, his sons take over.
Sure.
Yeah.
Once they're ready to go, the sons take over.
How's he
It
gonna
look like
get
that's
there?
going to be the play.
When he took that job, that was his plan. Like, all right,
if he
lasts that long,
but the Nantucket's not aligning with that. I don't know.
Alley-oop.
Yeah. You got to give it time.
How old is he right now?
73.
He'll be 78 at the end of his
73, man. I'm sorry. I don't want him to see to go to heaven, but listen, if he do, it's going to be with a smile. Because I'm talking about 24. We know what 24.
Rose Parks, baby.
But you know what was significant to me? It was very significant that somebody pulled the plug on HBO's Hard Knocks inside the program.
I brought that up.
And then yesterday, somebody in the hierarchy pulled the plug on Hulu doing an Inside the Carolina program all season documentary. Somebody said, we are so embarrassed by what's happening. We don't want any more of this stuff out.
They'd already been filming. It wasn't like, we're going to camp. They already had tape.
They pulled the plug on both of them because they're they're ashamed of what happened. They're ashamed that they bought in hook, line, and sinker to everything that you're talking about.
I'm telling you, all that, Bill don't really do all that shit.
No.
So I'm telling you, that's where the headbutt,
Yeah.
the AD or whoever, the man upstairs, the higher-ups, they want to do all these cameras and shit.
Yeah.
And Bill like, bro, I don't get down like that.
Well, he did it with Jordan Hudson.
You bring all these cameras and shit around. Now you
He
got
told her the dream.
Yeah.
players think they fucking movie stars and
Yeah.
shit. Like, bro, no wonder I can't damn win. So if y'all want to do it, y'all don't want to do it my way, I'll go to Nantucket and chill for a week. So I guarantee you it's just him and the guy upstairs. They bumping heads on the decisions. Hey, it is what it is, man.
Well, let's move on. Let's move on to another coach that is pissing people off. We got Stefanski. He's still non-committal on Shedeur as QB2. So he said, I want to be mindful of his players' development. So does he not believe that Shedeur is ready? Which I'm confused about. So I don't even, is Stefanski going to keep his job? I got a lot of questions. Skip, what do you make of Stefanski and not naming him QB2?
You know, I'm not objective about this, but this was hitting bottom yesterday. This is all-time shameful on the part of Kevin Stefanski. This was Kevin Stefanski pretty much declaring public war on Shedeur, or at least Cold War on Shedeur, because he won't even speak Shedeur's name in these interview sessions. It's like Parcells when T.O. was there. He wouldn't even call his name. He just called him the player. Remember that? And this is degenerated into every time he's asked about Shedeur, he just plays dodgeball and with a bunch of non-answers. And yesterday, he wouldn't even go so far as, and I understand your point about maybe it's not a great thing to be the number 2 on the depth chart. Okay, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I understand what you're talking about, but there's just a principle involved here where at least you acknowledge that by default, just by default, Flacco is now gone, Kenny Pickett's now gone, just by default, Shedeur moved up a slot. Yeah, if you want to call him second, you could say that he's second on the depth chart. I guarantee you Bailey Zappi is now, and they're not putting it up on the website depth chart, but Bailey Zappi's second on the depth chart. I guarantee he'll dress at Pittsburgh, and he will be second in command at that position. And this is Kevin Stefanski showing you once and for all, I didn't want to draft him. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his presence on social media. And above all, if you want to know the truth about Kevin Stefanski, he fears his father. He fears that Dion, if Shedeur ever gets a hold of the starting quarterback job in Cleveland, that before you know it, Dion will replace Kevin Stefanski as the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Because Jimmy Haslam loves Deion Sanders. And I love it that Haslam loves Dion. They did have a big dinner with Shedeur and Dion before the draft. And if Shedeur's ever going to get a shot here, it's only because Jimmy Haslam steps in and puts his foot down, and he's going to probably have to fire Stefanski because Stefanski is now saying, over my dead body will Shedeur get a shot with this year's Cleveland Browns. That's what he's saying to you because he's got no use for him or his father or the way he handles himself. And it just really makes me sick at my stomach. And when I read these quotes, just quickly from Stefanski yesterday, he got asked, well, what do you need to see from Shedeur? He said, I wouldn't say there's one thing you need to see. I have to do what's best for our players and our team. Any decision I make, I want to just make sure that I'm doing what's right for our players. Well, I don't know what that means because it probably doesn't mean anything, but the way I interpret it is he's saying, I've got to keep Shedeur out of the way because he can't play. That's what he's saying. I don't want to get him anywhere near a chance to be even the number 2 quarterback because he doesn't deserve to play on my team this year, and he had dug in before the draft, and shameful. You want to fight back? Or?
No, Aqib looked ready to go.
Skip, that's not how you finish.
I agree with you. I agree with you on the move, Cody. I thought Aqib was ready to go.
No. Fight that. What's your take? Wait a minute.
I agree with you on how Stefanski is handling it. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think they're protecting Shedeur the way that they should. And I don't think they're protecting Dillon Gabriel either. I think it's been a terrible situation that he put both of them in. I think it could have been handled a lot differently. But I still feel the same way that I felt last week. I think for right now, in this specific moment, it benefits Shedeur more to be the 3 rather than being the number 2, just for now. Because when you go into a game plan or you go into a game week, you game plan for the strengths of your starting quarterback. Your backup gets a small emergency section on the call sheet so that if they have to come in, we're going to run some of these plays if the starter gets hurt, if we bench him, whatever happens. I don't want that to be Shedeur's first opportunity in the NFL. It's not fair to him. And I'll elaborate more on that for more context. When I was starting going through the week, when you're coming up with a game plan, you would tell the coach and the offensive coordinator, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. These are the sections that I feel comfortable with. These are the sections that we need to change. 3rd and 1 to 3, 3rd and 4 to 6, whatever it is, you'd start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. I would go through the entire game plan and pick the plays I felt most comfortable with, and those would go into the first 15. Those would get called first on 3rd down, on 2nd down, red zone, goal line, any of that stuff. When I was the backup, you would get one meeting at the end of the week, maybe Friday or Saturday after walkthrough. You would come in, the OC would say, hey, give me like 10 plays you like. And you go up, oh, okay, here are the 10 I like. That's what goes into that section. And they're not plays that you feel comfortable with, that you would pick yourself. They're plays off of the starter's game plan that are already in that you have to pick from that they would put on that section. So that's tough. On top of that, the other thing that I don't like if Shedeur goes in at number 2 and gets thrown into the game is you don't get any reps with the ones at practice that week at all, especially when you have a rookie. When you have a vet, maybe you'll get 1 or 2 at the end of the period. When you're a rookie starting quarterback like Dillon Gabriel is, he is getting every single rep. And that's not just team periods. That's in red zone. That's in 3rd down. That's in goal line. That's 7 on 7. That's even in routes on air. You would get up as a starter and go, hey, I'm going to throw with these starters, the guys that are going to be on the field first. When I'm done, hey, Shedeur or Zappy, you guys are good. Get the scout team guys, get the backups. I don't think if you put Shedeur at 2 right now, it's going to put him in the best position to go show what he can do at the NFL.
I got to interrupt real quick before you go. Do you remember Baker Mayfield as a rookie with the Cleveland Browns?
I do.
Do you remember what happened on a Thursday night on the solo NFL stage with Tyrod Taylor as the starting quarterback? I remember it well because it's 14-0 visiting team Sam Darnold's Jets at Cleveland, 14-0, and all of a sudden Tyrod Taylor gets hurt late second quarter. Baker Mayfield doesn't have his plays that he's picked that week. He didn't get reps that week. You don't have any. And Baker Mayfield has it. You knew right away. He steps in, and I don't know what plays got called. I don't know if he's changing plays at the line of scrimmage, and they take off. And from that point on, really in just barely over a half's work, he throws for 200 yards, and they outscore the Jets 21-3 and win the game 21-17. That can happen if you have it. Shedeur has it. And I don't disagree with your premise. If you have that quality where Shedeur's going to be a star in this league if anybody ever gives him a shot. If you have that and you get your shot, you just figure it out because you're that good.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah, I understand what you both are saying. Like I get what you're saying, and that's I've never heard it before.
Okay.
Right, when you're talking about how to play this. What Skip is saying, if you are just a natural guy, the playbook that you give me when you put me in superstardom just overshine.
It just takes
because what happens is most things are created for emergencies. So you just play with this little playbook. Someone that just is a gifted person will learn how to put what he does onside that field. What I personally don't like is this. It's like you as a coach is taking this like a personal challenge.
Yeah, that's true.
To show him he is not relevant in this system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When in reality, he's the most talked about person in this organization. The only reason we care about the Browns is because of him. The only reason people are really asking you questions and wanting to understand what's going on is because of him. Yeah. So the fact that you're scared of his father, who's in college, having his own issues with his team, if that's who you are afraid of, something's really wrong with you anyway. But if reverse psychology, if I know I'm scared of your father, my best friend is going to be who? Your son. Right? If I'm best friends with him and I'm sitting here, hey, you're gonna do hey, I need you to get some of these plays. I want to put you in. You love me.
Right.
You love me. You're not going to be like, hey, Pop, I'm good over here, Pop. Like, he's doing everything for me right now. The one thing that they want to do now, if the owner loves them, is get rid of you.
Right.
You put a target on your back. He don't like you. The owner don't like you. The father don't like you. So the first person that goes is you. Why are you even putting yourself in the middle? You should be wise enough as a human to see this play. This is chess. You should see these moves already. Yeah. I have a superstar coming in. The father wants the job. The son is here. The media is here. The owner loves him. I'm going to best friend. I'm going to talk him up. Right? I'm going to give him these opportunities. So the fact that he's not even getting passing opportunities is horrible also. Like, I don't even understand why you don't like. It's a quarterback. You're supposed to be getting some goddamn plays then.
It's like he know he gone or something. Yeah. It's like Stefanski just know he gone. And if I'm gone, I'm going to do it my way. Like, I'm doing it my way when I'm going.
That is true.
I mean, if you think about it, if you want to get some good grace from the city, the whole city on your head.
Yeah.
If you want to get some good grace from the city,
too.
Just say Shedeur is my backup. Yes. Shedeur is my backup quarterback. Everybody in the city be like,
they coming to the game because they think he might play.
They're coming to the game.
That's what I'm saying. So, man, I don't even think he care at this point. He going to go out swinging his way.
No job.
And as far as the backup quarterback, shit, I'm with Cody, bro. Who cares?
What if this is the chance to save your job? I'd be like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
the job is gone.
You're what?
I'm with Cody. Yeah, who cares? Who cares who's the backup quarterback? Shedeur probably like, bro, if I'm the backup quarterback, if he get hurt or something, I go in, cool. If not, shit, they lose 2 more games, I'm the starter. Yep. So who cares? Like, he know, he's smiling, he's chilling, he knows.
But what if you lose the locker room?
The owner told him personally. Owner knows. He said, Shedeur get his shot, right? So he know, all right, shit, I'm going to get my shot. I'm just going to stay prepared. I'm going to keep this smile on my face. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. And only way Stefanski does what he's doing right now is just pure hate, bro. You seen it when he got drafted, the face he was making, bro. He just despised his aura. He don't like it, period. You know what I'm saying? He just don't like Shedeur himself. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want him to be the starter. You don't want him to be the backup. I ain't want to draft him. But only thing he does is lead the team, and you call the plays. That's your job. Whoever the owner say put at quarterback, you lead the team and call the plays. So it's out of his hands, just like the draft was out of his hands. So who cares what he think? This your last year coaching here probably anyway. You've been trashed since you've been here. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
That's my point, though.
Twice,
What Aqib's saying is...
Thanks to Baker.
And to your point, Skip, that did happen. Baker came in and played well.
He did.
And I'm not saying Shedeur can't do that. I think he could. But if you want to give him the best opportunity going forward, if Dillon Gabriel gets hurt, knock on wood, I don't want that to happen, or you bench him at halftime and they're up by 28 or whatever, they're losing the game, and they take him out. Let Bailey Zappi go in, finish the rest of that game, and then that following week you go to Shedeur and say, you are the starter. Let's build a game plan around you.
You really think he'll
Let's
do that?
Put you, if he doesn't, that's when my opinion changes.
He's a Shedeur hater.
Nobody want to hear that shit, man.
But you can't, if they don't, I know, but I'm talking about longevity for Shedeur.
I'm talking about business.
My focus is, yes, I know what you're saying, but my focus is giving this young man the best opportunity to succeed for his career. To me, that is building a game plan for him. He's not on a great team. We can all, if he was on a great team, I would probably feel a little better maybe at him at the number 2 because you have a defense that can help you.
You're on a pretty good goddamn team.
They got a good defense. They got a good run game, but you're on a team that's not ran well. That's a better way to say it. You're on an organization that doesn't handle quarterbacks the right way. That's where my concern comes in.
You should know, right?
And I was in that situation, but my point being is I think it benefits him more, especially if the head coach doesn't like you and people want to see you fail within the organization. I hope that's not true, but if it is, if they put you in a situation that's not beneficial to you and you struggle in one half, they go, oh, see? Yeah. I told you he wasn't going to live up to it. But if you give him a week to prepare and go through the game plan, and he's the starter, he says, I want 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want these. Hey, Tommy Reese, I want these plays. I feel good about these plays like you did for Dillon. Give us an equal playing field. Let me go show what I can do in that opportunity. But yes, if he goes, say something happens to Dillon, and they go to Zappi, no, I'm out on that. That can't happen. Yeah. You can't go forward and not give Shedeur an opportunity. He has to be the starter. But that's why right now I'm fine. Put Zappi at 2, whatever you want to call it. Backup's a backup. Let him finish the game.
No, it didn't matter. Like, listen. If I was the owner, you're going to be the coach, and you're going to sound just like that, right? You're going to sell me something. You're not going to pretend he doesn't exist, right? And that's what that coach does. The problem here is this. You're putting so much pressure on Dillon.
Yep.
At this point, coach, how you feel about Shedeur is how every Shedeur fans feel about Dillon. right? And I'm saying, at least if you're not going to put him in, sell tickets, right? Third quarterback, he ain't getting in. I'm not going. Quarterback 2, he has a chance.
Mm-hmm.
He has a chance. We're going. Because that little left-hand small guy right there might get hurt and we get Shedeur. That's what a fan, we're delusional, right? We've seen what LA did, ticket sales, when LeBron did the what's the name, right? $800. It went from $60 to $800. With the idea, it's the idea. The idea of him being quarterback.
This goes back to my point, though, that now they're just using Shedeur to benefit themselves within the organization, and that's not doing right.
Hey, I'm going to fire you anyway. Let's fire if you just put money in my pocket.
Yeah.
If I look at my pocket and be like, oh, hey, you know what? Hey, you did good by tricking everybody. I like that. You can trick us. Trick me. QB2. Hell yeah. QB2. Right before the game. QB3. Watch out.
Then in that case, hypothetical, then I'd rather him say, hey, Zappy's number 2 going forward, but if we make a change, Shedeur, you're up next. Let that be known then, at least to say, hey, he's next in line, but right now, Zappy has more experience. He's the veteran. We'll let him be there as an emergency
Belichick
guy.
Drafted him.
If he needs to go in, he's played some games. I feel comfortable with him. I want to give Shedeur the best opportunity. If something happens, then we'll give him the starter. Hopefully the bye week. And look,
they don't even trick no.
I don't want to say all this, too, and I don't want it to get lost. Dylan Gabriel is collateral in all this. I'm not rooting on his downfall. I hope he plays well. I hope they both have successful careers. But I'm with you right now.
Okay, but here's the point about what you were saying about why didn't the coach buddy up to Shedeur to protect himself? The coach has a new pet project, and it's Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel is a really good kid. He's very likable. He's very personable and has a big, good heart. But he's not nearly as talented as Shedeur. But the point is, Stefanski and company drafted him 50 slots ahead of Shedeur. And now Stefanski is dug in because it is angering him that there's so much animosity directed toward his pet project, Dylan. Because the world, like you and I'm admitting it publicly, I'm rooting against Dylan. I don't have any hate for him. I just don't want him to succeed. And I know if
it is what it is.
Like, he's a third-round pick.
Yeah.
I was a third-round pick, and you're disposable. You're not a first-round pick that we invested in. I'm not saying that Dylan
don't matter what round you is.
If you're a first-round pick, you're going to get more opportunities. As a third-round pick, yes, you're going to go before the fifth-round pick. You're going to go first, but that leash is a lot shorter.
Sure.
It's not a guy that's going to get rep after rep.
But I will bet you that
games.
Kevin has fallen in love with Dylan Gabriel because he's smart.
After one game, I don't think so. He played decent, but I don't think he's fallen in love with them. I think he's earned another start, but I don't think he's sold. I think if you're Kevin Stefanski, you have to give both an opportunity this year. If you're the Browns organization, whether Dylan plays really good, they keep winning games, they do some things well, I think you have to give both of them an opportunity to see what you have going forward, regardless.
Stefanski ain't making no decisions, man.
You don't think so?
Not anymore.
No, man.
No.
Well, he is right now, but not in the long run.
If when they want Shedeur to play, Shedeur's gonna play. It's just a pecking order. He the third-round pick. Okay, he go next. You better turn this thing around. You better give us a reason to not put Shedeur in, because if you play like you played last week, conservative, and lose, you got about 2 more games, bro. If you come in and you 0-3. Then, like you said, that leash ain't long. You out of there. Let's see what Shedeur going to do with this good defense and this good run game. So,
and I'm going to say
it don't matter what Stefanski want to do.
Pro Football Focus ranks Cleveland's defense number one. Number one.
Top dogs.
Okay, so it scares me
and
because
they can run the ball good, too.
Hey,
all they missing is a winning quarterback. Somebody with some aura who going to come in this thing and lead. And I guarantee you, they win a game once they put a winner. Man, you could take a winner, take Jalen Hurts and put him in for Cleveland right now. They'd be one of the top teams in the league.
They would. Agree.
Take Jared Goff and put him in with Cleveland right now. They'd be one of the top teams in the league, bro.
Maybe.
Jared Goff playing everywhere. That's all he do is.
All right.
That's
all he do.
I'm not.
All right, let's move on.
Even if you're Dylan, right, and let's say the coach, we buddy, right? I gotta think if you're going to get fired, I'm done too. I'm done too because they don't want me either.
Right.
Right? So I'm going to be saying, hey, listen, for survival here, we playing against the Steelers.
We playing against the Browns.
Right? No, we playing against the Steelers. Put him in. They got a great deal. Put him in. Let him go out there fail so people can see it. And then now I look a little bit better.
Yeah.
If I go against the Steelers and I look bad, I'm done. Every game I look decent, I'm done. I have to look like a superhero. A superhero just for people not to boo. That's the problem here. Yeah. Well, like, he has to be damn near perfect for Cleveland fans to be at here. Yeah. Every interception, boo, get him off the field. Yeah. Like, he has no room.
If he win a game, then he backdoor with another win, Cleveland, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
We got Shedeur on the bench, but shit, we winning games right now. That's the dog pound. They adamant about their team. You know what I'm saying? They want to win. If you playing and you not winning, then of course they gonna fucking boo. I don't care how you play. We not winning, bro. Sit your ass down.
They're gonna boo him louder, and I don't.
We'll find out. Let's move on. Let's talk about some winning teams right now, because one of them being the San Francisco 49ers. You know I want to talk about that. We've got the 4-1 NFC matchup this weekend. We have an injured 49ers team looking like Mac Jones will start, not Brock Purdy, which is sad, but Mac Jones is doing well. So we also have no George Kittle, but the Bucs don't have Bucky Irving, Mike Evans. So both teams are 4-1. I don't know what's going to happen. I honestly can't tell you my pick right now. I want to go with the Niners, but Aqib, is this the game that Baker gets exposed by Mac Jones?
I feel pressure to ride with Baker today. I do. I feel a little pressure. Like, I got to go with Baker today.
Whoa.
I feel like I got.
Why is it so hard?
I mean, it's not so hard, but I just feel like I got to go with Baker today. Or I'm
because you're convinced.
Come on,
no,
go
I
with
like
the Niners,
Baker. Baker been balling. I think he go out. He dominate the Niners. I mean, they
dominate.
Yeah, he been dominating. He been dominating. I never said Baker wasn't a good quarterback. I just said he wasn't the clutchest quarterback.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think he dominated against some they defense, middle of the pack. He know he gonna get a lot of single high this game against this defense. And a lot of single high means a lot of one-on-ones for a Buka on that outside. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll have a big game. I don't think he'll get exposed because the Niners got 0 interceptions. They don't even get picks. And middle of the pack defense, and y'all don't even get takeaways. You know what I'm saying? 5 fumbles, 0 interceptions. So I don't think it'll be too tough for Baker to do his job against the Niners. You know what I'm saying? I think he have another big day. I think they win the game.
What's the score?
28-21.
Okay, close.
28-21. Big day from Baker. 280, 3 touchdowns.
When you say exposed, like, are you saying like lose and he plays bad, or they
That's
win?
what exposed means to me. So
That's
how I took it.
Well, right now he's in the running for MVP.
Okay, I don't think this team is gonna stop that.
Nah, hell no.
All right.
Like, I mean, they're a halfway house team. But I'm gonna just be very disrespectful, right? Because
they beat your ass last week.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. So, like, I'm praying on a downfall, obviously. So I do need Baker Mayfield to go in there and do what he does best. And I think when it comes to the clutchness of it, Mac Jones don't have that. It's like he's scary. He's a scary quarterback, right? It's not like he has that
bad.
Huh?
Bad?
Yeah, scary. Like he's scared. Like he don't pull a trigger like that.
He's hungry.
He don't pull. Mac Jones don't pull a.
I like the whole Cody.
Football.
You're next.
Yeah, he don't pull a trigger like that.
Wait, he just pulled it on your team.
I know.
340 and
Thank
2
you,
touchdowns.
Skip. Thank you, Skip.
Got his ass beat in that game too, taking hit after hit and still delivered.
8-17.
Because I would say Matt Stafford's pretty clutch, but wasn't last week.
Why was he eating so many damn bananas?
He's cramping up. That's cool.
God damn.
He's cramping.
It ain't that many cramps in the world.
Because he was scary.
Like,
he done depleted all his salt.
You're not scary.
That
He
was
was
nuts.
scared of just banana over there, King Kong around there. Just
Called
scared.
potassium.
The Niners got that 5-hour. I'm never going to pick the team who got to fly 5 hours. I'm always going to pick the other teams.
That's tough.
You hated
I
those
think
flights,
they'd be a step slow. Baker exposed them.
Could you not sleep on a plane? What
Yeah, I
happened?
used to sleep, but that's the thing. You sleep, you wake up, you think it's 9 o'clock. Oh, it's motherfucking 6 o'clock. And you wake up at 3 in the morning, and like you just can't do nothing because your body clock is just off, or it's the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
It's a long flight. It's a big team.
They was at Oh my God, yeah. When he
body clock just
so,
off,
I mean,
man.
you know how many bananas they gonna need over in goddamn Tampa, right?
Bro.
Right, that humidity, boy.
It's tropical though. They got
They
some
gonna need
bananas.
Donkey Kong
They do
goddamn
have
shot. Calm down.
Hey, they better go to Whole Foods right now. Hey, shit. They gonna need a bunch of, but he thought that shit was bad in that dome in the 72-degree air conditioning. Yeah. Shit, boy. Hey.
Boy.
It's gonna get ugly out there in town.
Cody, give us some hope. Give us some hope. Come on.
I'll talk about Mac Jones in a second. I'll talk about Baker first. So I don't think he gets exposed. I don't. I mean, he's been playing as good as any quarterback in the NFL right now. You can argue that him and Dak are 1A, 1B right now in the league. We'll talk about Indiana Jones in a second, too. Don't sleep on my guy, Daniel Jones. But he's third in passing yards. He's fourth in passing touchdowns. He's eighth in QBR. But most importantly, he only has one interception this year. That was something that was a knock on him a year ago, was all of those picks. Now he's making big plays, but he's protecting the football, and that is so important. 174 pass attempts, one interception. You can win a lot of games with that. Baker Mayfield is must-see television right now. They have 4 wins. He's led 4 fourth-quarter comebacks. It just feels like Skip's point of being the most clutch quarterback in the NFL
It's clicking.
is starting to get more true and true.
I'm from the regular season club.
Yeah, he's still regular season. I'm still sticking with my guy Stafford, but Baker Mayfield's been a damn good quarterback. I just love the way that he plays the game. Every single week, he has that chip on his shoulder. It doesn't matter how good he's playing, too, or how much success he has. You could tell mentally he is still that 3-star, walk-on, overlooked player that wants to go out and prove every single doubter wrong. And if you have that at quarterback, you can win a lot of games. So I'm excited to see what he does in this game. I do think it'll be a good game, though. I know the 49ers defense has a lot of injuries. I think Robert Saleh, though, is a very good defensive coordinator. They still have the best linebacker in football with Fred Warner in the middle of that defense. They're 7th right now in scoring defense, so they can get the job done. I know Stafford went for almost 403 touchdowns, but they did have a few key takeaways, getting some fumbles. They made a huge 4th down stop. So I think it's going to go back and forth, but I do have the Bucs winning this one. I think they're going to win 28-17.
To 17.
Kind of close to what you have, yeah. Okay.
So, Aqib.
35-3.
35-3?
To be honest.
35-3?
No, I'm just saying
crazy.
shit because they beat us last week.
He's salty right now.
I'm still
Mac Jones going to make it through the game.
Like, I was planning on coming on the show Monday just to brag.
Mac Jones threw for 342 yards against the Rams.
We all 4
Don't
picked the
sleep
Rams.
on Mac Jones.
And they got after our ass on
I know.
social
So,
media.
you know what I mean? So I had my outfit ready, picked out because it was easy breezy, and then, you know.
What's up,
I'm still salty about that. So, Skip, do your thing, man.
So the 49ers are 6th in points allowed. That's respectable to me.
Yeah.
And Robert Saleh is doing what he should have been doing all along. He's a coordinator. He's not a head coach. And he's back doing with the organization he did it successfully for what he used to do. And I think they're pretty good. They don't have Nick Bosa, obviously, but they're pretty good on defense.
Yeah.
And to hold the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi in a big Thursday night game, hold them to 23, that was impressive to me, right? And then Kendrick Bourne just went off, right? 10 for 142 yards.
He
I
did.
mean, he's 30 years old, and I didn't ever think much of him, but that was impressive. And you said Mac threw for 342. So I think they will play very well in this game because the head coach is really good at this. He's even better when he's up against it, Kyle is. When you tell him he can't do this and he can't, he'll say, watch this and watch that. And you called it a week ago today. You said it's a division game, and they always play them tough, and they played the hell out of them, and they won the game. They didn't just cover the spread.
Yeah.
They pulled it off, and I was highly impressed with that. So I think they're dangerous. Remember, the Bucs at home are only a 3-point favorite, and you usually get 3 for home field. So the odds makers are kind of saying this is pretty much a toss-up. So I just believe in Baker. But they're going to do it the way they always do it, and that is late and close, and he makes a play. And I think he's going to be 5 for 5. I think he'll make another late play in this game because I think he'll have to. And he won't get exposed. I'm with your – I don't know that he's going to throw for 300 in this game the way he has been. But 280 sounds about right to me. But the last 20 might be a late touchdown pass to Ibuka to win the game. And I'm going to say it's going to be close, 28-26, home team. Okay. I say Baker will pull it out with some great late play because that's just who he is and what he does. And the whole idea of getting exposed, I saw a quote from Baker. I'm going to read it real quick because it really caught my eye. Yesterday he said this. He said, early on in my career, it was cocky and immature. All of the way he handled himself, he's cocky and immature. He says, now it's moxie and he's a dog. You know, like the cocky and immature because he's pulling it off and backing it up. Oh, now it's moxie and he's a dog, says Baker of himself. And he said, same shit, different day. Okay, well, that's what it is. It's the same shit, different day, because he's saying, I'm exactly the same as I always was.
Yeah, never changed.
I got stuck in Cleveland, then I got the hell kicked out of me in Cleveland, and my shoulder was busted. You know, the end. It was a sad end. Then he gets stuck with Wilkes and Carolina up against Sam Darnold. It's a disaster. Then he comes out to L.A., swoops in, long flight, but he sleeps it off for a day, and then on Thursday night, all he did was throw a walk-off touchdown pass to beat the Raiders, right? So that's who he's always been. That's really who he was in Cleveland that first year as a rookie when he won 7 games for a team that would have been 0-16. He just finally found his home, and he found people who said that, what was his word, cocky and immature is actually moxie and Baker's a dog. Okay? He's a dog.
Go. When you win, it's moxie. When you losing, it's cocky. So
okay.
That's just the nature of the business.
Winning handles everything.
Winning handles everything. So he winning now. He getting some good love now. He playing good football. But I think the Niners give up a lot of yards. You know what I'm saying? Middle of the pack defense.
Yeah.
When it comes to giving up yards, that's why I think he'll rack up a bunch of yards against them. They don't give up a lot of points. But, you know, I think they give up a lot of yards.
I do agree with that spread, though, because both of these teams are very similar.
They are.
And they're dealing with a lot of injuries.
They're both dealing with a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball. They have key players
I'm not
out.
super impressed with Bucs defense. So
Yeah,
They're both middle of the pack.
Yeah, they're right around middle of the pack, the defense is, and right now they're both 4-1. They're finding ways to win these games. They're both first in their division. I think this game, too, is going to have major implications on the playoff picture at the end of the year, looking back on it. So this is an important game.
Who's the backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers?
So it's Purdy's one. Then they have
Purdy's playing?
Mac Jones too. No, he's
okay.
questionable. Adrian Martinez is the guy's name. He is number 3. He just got elevated from the practice squad a couple weeks ago.
He better be ready.
Because I'm trying to tell you, watch. He's gonna go out with the cramps.
Nebraska.
He's gonna go out with the cramps. Like if your body is a cramping body, it's gonna cramp up.
Especially in Tampa.
In Tampa, you're gonna cramp up. Like that is crazy. Like you got to prepare for stuff like that.
And that's the biggest question going into this game for me is who's going to be at quarterback for the 49ers?
Yeah.
Is it going to be Mac Jones, who was questionable, didn't practice yesterday, which is concerning, but the other part of that is, Brock Purdy didn't practice yesterday.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's not,
But also, Mac Jones is questionable, and he was limited in practice yesterday, so it sounds to me that Jones will be ready to go.
If they're both playing, you got to go with Mac Jones.
You do.
He's 3-0.
You do.
Right? He
And I don't think Purdy's 100% yet. And you know, Aqib, those Wednesday practices, those are the toughest, and that's when you add in the bulk of your game plan. Purdy's missed 3 of the last 4 weeks. Yeah. Miss a Wednesday practice, then expect him to come out and play against the Bucs and play well. That's putting him in a bad position. But I'll say this. Let me get to my Mac Jones defense here right now. I know that he's been written off before. He leaves New England, and they say, hey, he's done. He can't do it anymore. We don't trust him. He's not the guy. Goes to Jacksonville. Shows some flashes. Don't know what to expect from him. But it felt like he was kind of on the same trajectory of Baker when he left Cleveland or he left Carolina. All right, man, you're going to be a career backup. It is what it is. And he still might be if he wants to stay in San Francisco. I think he might earn himself some starting looks next year. But he comes in for a San Francisco 49er team dealing with injuries in the first week, or the first game that he plays in, he goes 283 touchdowns, no interceptions. The next week, he goes 10 plays, 63 yards, and leads a game-winning drive with 4 seconds left against the Cardinals. And then last week was most impressive. He goes in to SoFi Stadium against a division rival on the road, throws for 340, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he's now led this team to 3-0. I know you're rolling your eyes. I know it's against your Rams, but you got to give some love to Mac Jones. I'm a big quarterback guy. You got to respect it. So to your point, I think they roll with Mac Jones. You got to let him go another week.
Can I ask you this? With what you just said.
Yeah.
If Purdy's healthy next week, do you just stick with Mac? Purdy?
No. I don't
Why?
think so.
No.
Because Purdy had you in the playoffs for the last
you can't just
you got the body of work.
No.
Yeah, your body of work is just not working this right now.
You're saying if Purdy's 100% clear, healthy, practice all week?
One has rhythm, one is coming back only because what? He's our starter?
You're a businessman, right?
Yeah, I'm a businessman.
If I paid you all this money, fucking plan.
All right, now that's perfect.
Hey,
is that
right? I paid you this money to win. No matter what, as long as I'm getting $100 million performance, I don't give a fuck who's giving it to me at this point. So if Mac Jones is giving me what you're supposed to do, I'm going with the best results. I'm not just going to put you out there because I paid you $100 million.
But I don't think they're going to rush Purdy. That's the thing. They're not going to rush Purdy. But if he's 100%,
you got to lose it. Like at this point,
playing him.
Like at this point, Mac has to lose. To me, Mac has to lose the position versus me just saying because you my guy and I'm paying you $100 million, I'm going to put you out.
Playoffs every year, Super Bowl, Brock Purdy. No.
I get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm the reason we got to the playoffs for the last 3-4 years, and I get hurt.
And the Super Bowl.
My job is gone.
No, your job ain't gone, but I got to let him lose it. Like I gotta let him lose it. I just can't say, all right.
I can't lose my job due to injury.
Nah, we got hurt.
To Kinsey's
point,
true,
but we in motion though, and he's balling. I can't just say he's.
But it ain't like you bench me because I'm playing bad.
No, you just got hurt
because I'm hurt.
No, but he's 4-0. I just can't say, come on back in and just
3-0. But he was hurt.
3-0. No,
are you saying if he wins?
If he win this week, you're coming back next week.
I think that's what it does. It doesn't. You're going to put Purdy in when he's healthy, but it buys Purdy more time,
which is what he needs.
Wait till he's 100% because he needs you for that.
That's the problem.
Right.
Gil,
that's the problem.
In your All-Star years at Washington, your 3 All-Star years, if some unknown guy had replaced you for 2 weeks because you'd pulled your calf muscle or something, and he had the streak of his life and lit it up, and the fans are saying, God, but they ought to keep him in the lineup. Gil's going to have to sit for a while and watch this kid, right?
That wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just being real with you. I'm just talking about when it came to point guard, I'm averaging 29.
So what if he came in averaging the same 29? One more dime.
No, what I'm saying is, listen, the rest of the guards that was starting didn't do that. So for my backup, who only played 1 or 2 minutes a game, right, was not coming in averaging 29. So I didn't have to worry about that part, right? So the chances of that happening is very, 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 really slim.
But you would expect to have your job back when you got healthy, though, right?
Of course.
They just paid Purdy.
But I mean, of course. But there was times where, that first game I'm coming back, they were like, we're going to bring you off the bench.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong with that. They could say Purdy.
But that was the problem.
Your first, when you healthy this week, all right, look, we'll let him rock. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready. Yeah. We'll let you get 1 more week. That's cool. But eventually, you got to let Purdy.
But see, there's a difference between that because, like he said, we're going to put you in at the 6-minute mark. All right, bet, coach. 9-minute mark come, I'm in. Yeah. I don't care what he's talking about. Out. Let's go.
Well, I'm going to go against all of you guys.
Real quick point. Go ahead.
This is my prediction. I'm not moving on.
Okay.
My prediction, because I'm going to go against all of you guys, because Skip has got a theory, right? You got to go against the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm going to say if Mac Jones is healthy, obviously Mac Jones is questionable. If he gets pulled out and we've got whatever his name is, I'm changing my mind. But if Mac Jones is healthy, also our kicker, our new kicker, he's got 11 of his last field goals.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to win on the field goal again.
Okay.
We've been scrappy.
Okay.
Finding a way to win, just like the Eagles have found a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 24-21 Niners.
Okay.
On the road, so we'll find out. But go ahead.
You are a 49er fanatic, right?
So,
Fanatic.
are we biased? Of course, but I have to go against the crowd. One of us has got to pick the Niners.
You did pick the Rams last time, though, so she was. No,
yeah. So
I'm
you might
giving
be
you credit now, though. So you're saying, all right, I'm riding with my team. You learned your lesson.
I'm a ride with my team.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. I'm not going to doubt him anymore.
Final point on this.
Yeah.
I told you, the 49ers are 6th in the league in points allowed. The Buccaneers defense is 23rd in the league in points allowed. So on degree of difficulty in this game, Baker has way harder task. He's got to overcome his defense way more than Mac Jones has to overcome his defense. Mm-hmm. It's really advantaged San Francisco. That's why that spread is as close as it is, because the 49ers defense is much better than the Bucs defense. The Bucs defense, they turned Sam Darnold into a superstar. They did.
All right.
Is it confirmed? I don't know. Is it confirmed that Purdy's out for sure this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Purdy's
I saw
out.
Questionable. Okay.
And I thought I saw confirmed Mac Jones is playing.
I'm gonna have my Bucks. I'm gonna have my Bucks stuff on tonight.
Yeah.
One thing we know Mac Jones
gosh.
won't be lacking in the game is potassium.
No, he's gonna be lacking. No, he's gonna be lacking.
I'm personally gonna ship him some
won't be lacking
things,
any
okay?
potassium.
Is that legal, potassium? Is it?
Yeah.
Do they test for that or?
If you can sniff the salts, then you can eat.
Hey,
you know,
they got potassium,
you guys
tablets and shit.
It's BYOS. You got to bring your own.
Bring your own.
What's funny is if he was black, this would be a whole nother conversation, right? Get your banana on.
Hey.
Like, wait a minute, bro.
Central, bro. Come on, now.
I'm just saying. The way we throwing bananas out there, boy. If he was black, he would be offended.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on to. Let's move on to another 4-1 team that we've been failing to talk about. We keep wanting to talk about this team and then just never happens. So the Indianapolis Colts, okay, they have been winning, and they have not just been winning, they've been destroying everyone. 3 out of the 5 games have been by 20 or more points, okay? The last 3 seasons, the Colts, you know how many times they've won by 20 points? 0. So Daniel Jones is doing something for the Colts. So my question is, why isn't Daniel Jones getting an MVP consideration?
Yep.
Who wants it?
Ooh, I go. It's probably.
Skip.
You can go.
You sure, Skip?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey, you the man, Skip.
No, you go.
I'll just
tear up whatever.
Yeah, making sure. I say, well, he's not getting no MVP looks or talks or anything, mainly because you beat the Raiders, the Titans, and the Dolphins. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's impressive, but it's really not. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the NFL, but.
Wait, what team do you love the most?
What you mean?
Who else did they
that
beat?
team in Denver?
You left the team out there that they beat.
Man, they ain't really beat us. That's why. That
didn't count?
Really a loss. It's like your Packers and Cowboys.
Yeah. We won.
It wasn't really a
You
loss,
called a
but
tie.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have lost to the Broncos. Broncos turned the ball over. We missed the field goal. Then they got another shot at the field. It's a whole bunch of bullshit happened at the end of the game.
There was.
Y'all, skin of their teeth they got out of there.
I don't know what that means, but I know what it means. Yeah.
And then also he only got 6 touchdown passes this year. Like, so I mean, it's like I said, the record is good, but it's not that impressive, man. If anybody, the MVP over there is Jonathan Taylor. He the one who lead the league in rushing, touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to talk MVP in Indy.
They had a Jonathan Taylor last year, though.
But, I mean, if we're going to talk this year, MVP in Indy, it got to be Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he's the lead dog on that team. Everything Daniel Jones does is off of Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So definitely not an MVP in my opinion. You got to be the lead dog on your team, let alone the whole league, right? So, I mean.
All right, I'll go and you can back me up.
Okay.
As usual, I disagree because the truth is Daniel Jones should be the MVP leader, but he is a victim of his New York reputation. It's as simple as that because if I went blind resume test on you right now and I told you this quarterback, nameless, faceless quarterback you don't know, is leading the league in QBR, he's leading the league in passing yards, he's leading the league in passing yards per drop back, and his team should be 5-0 because his receiver, A.D. Mitchell, against the Rams at SoFi was crossing the goal line like DeMarcado was and showboated and grandstanded and dropped the football before the goal line, or they go up in the game early in the third quarter, and I don't think they look back because to my eye at that point, they were completely outplaying the Rams at the Rams. And it still went down to the last possession of the game, and the Indy DB falls down. Do you remember this play? And Tutu Atwell goes for 88 yards.
They only had 10 guys on the field.
They only had 10 guys, So you're playing with 9 guys because he just slips and falls at the snap. It happened so fast. Tutu's in the slot, and he's just like, I'm hoping he hadn't caught a ball all game, and he's gone for 88 yards, and that's 27-20. That's the difference in the game. So when I look at what Daniel Jones has done, it is complimentary football, but I could make the case that Jonathan Taylor wouldn't be leading the league in rushing without Daniel Jones just picking teams to pieces, including Pat Surtain and your secondary.
He definitely ain't picked him.
Okay, he did. Well, he was really.
It wasn't even close. He don't lead the league in passing yards.
Yeah, he does.
I'm looking at it right now.
I think he's third.
Yeah, he don't lead.
Well, I think
see Stafford. I see Dak.
Dak, you're good.
You know what I'm saying? He don't lead the league in passing yards.
I think
and then it's damn 10 quarterbacks who got more touchdowns than him.
Yeah.
So yards is one thing, but I like the points, Skip, because that's what makes us win the games. It's not whoever got the most yards at the end of the game wins. It's whoever got the most points at the end of the games win. So who's scoring the most buckets? If you got a quarterback who doubled your touchdown passes, come on, we doing Jared Goff a disservice by giving you the MVP when you got 6 touchdowns and he got 12.
Yeah. Okay.
What we
but
doing?
he's definitely leading the league in QBR.
He is.
I mean, but
There we go.
I'm going to explain that in a second, too.
skipping that QBR, man.
Hey, we keep talking about it. I'll get there in a second. I think the reason that he's not being considered is because of 2 things. One, I agree with what you said. There isn't enough evidence to see Daniel Jones consistently play like this. They don't trust that he's going to continue to do this throughout the season, which is fine. I understand that. You don't win the MVP in week 5, though. You win it at the end of the year. So I'm cool with that.
Do we feel like we have that with Dak?
Oh, yeah. Dak's played a lot better.
Dak going crazy, though. Dak's
100%.
numbers say MVP, on pace for MVP.
Yeah.
Daniel
But he's
Jones
only
is
had
gone.
one other season that you're like,
Agreed, but
Okay.
Dak's been playing at a lot higher level than Daniel Jones has in his career.
Okay.
That's why, even Josh Allen right now, they just come off a loss, but he's still one of the front runners of MVP because they know how he's going to play the rest of the year. Daniel Jones hasn't proven that yet. There's not enough substance.
Yeah.
Or not
So what
enough
about
evidence.
Baker? He already proved that before and all this? Like,
ooh.
Yeah, Baker's a damn good football player. I mean, he's, I think, 2nd or 3rd in the NFL the last 2 years in touchdowns.
So Baker past reputation don't matter, but Daniel Jones does.
Baker won a playoff game for the Browns. They hadn't won in 26
Daniel
years.
Jones
he's
won
done
a
this.
playoff game. Did he
did.
not?
I'm not saying he hasn't, but what I'm saying is Baker has done this for a lot longer than Daniel Jones has.
He's all right.
Okay, anyways, that's what I think is coming into consideration right now. I think that's why we're talking about why he's not one of the top MVPs right now. The other reason, I agree with you. I think it's because of strength of schedule, but I don't think that matters as much as everyone's saying. They have 1 win against the Broncos. That is a signature win. That's a big-time win. The other 3 wins are against the Raiders, the Titans, and the Dolphins.
Yep.
And context matters in those games. Good players, good teams, they dominate the games they're supposed to win, and that's what they've been doing. And you know this. They weren't squeaking by in these games and barely winning at the very end. They were playing dominant football. They beat the Dolphins 33-8. They were up 30-0 in the 4th quarter, and then 2 of them scored a touchdown late in that game. They come back and beat the Titans 41-20. A week after that Broncos game, where they won 29-28. And you know, and probably in NBA as well, after an emotional and physical draining game, it's easy to have a hangover that next week against a lesser opponent and you come out flat. They didn't do that. Daniel Jones played great. They led them to a victory. And then last week, they handled the Raiders 40-6. You don't pick who you play, but you control how you play in those games.
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones has been great. On top of that, he's 3rd right now in passing yards. He's 5th in completion percentage, but he's 1st in QBR. And you hear us say QBR. What does QBR mean? QBR is rating a quarterback based on their contribution to winning games. It takes into account everything: passing yards, rushing yards, turnover-worthy throws, sack avoidance. It also takes into account situational context, which is very important because quarterback rating will give you stats no matter what. QBR doesn't allow you to go out there and pad stats in the 4th quarter.
No.
They take into account when it happens, crucial situations, down and distances.
Yeah.
Also counts in, and also counts against who you're playing, which kind of disrupts or disputes the strength of schedule argument because QBR, he's leading right now. He's the most valuable player to his team. You can argue Jonathan Jones, but
into
one at the
account your
quarterback.
rushing yards also as a quarterback. Your running yards count also in
Yeah,
QBR.
except passing, rushing, turnovers, all of that. That all counts.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's at the top. I think I think Dak and Baker are definitely at the top. I would maybe sneak Jared Goff into that conversation right now too. He's playing some good football.
Matt Stafford, no? He beat him head to head.
Come on, man.
Stafford got a win against him head to head. I don't know what his QBR is, but he got 11 touchdowns. He got 6. I beat you head to head.
But
I got more yards than you. I lead the league in.
You can't just go off of touchdowns in that situation.
No, we go off of wins. See, I don't go off QBR. I go off AQIB.
I go off of how.
Well, wait.
I go off that.
No.
Right? Who wins games? Who plays better?
Yeah.
Well, Matt
Simple
Stafford
as
had
that,
one
bro.
less win than Daniel Jones.
How?
We're talking about
they played head to head. Stafford and Daniel Jones played head to head. Stafford won the game.
Yeah, but when
Yeah,
I
but they
watched
still
that
have
game,
they're
I
still
thought
3-2.
Daniel Jones played better than Matt Stafford.
I will say that. No, that's his. That pick. Both of those picks were thrown into double coverage. The first one was a bad ball.
Yeah, the last one was just desperation.
But it was desperation. But there was still I think a minute left to go on the clock.
I seen Daniel Jones throwing picks.
That was bad.
I didn't see that from Stafford.
We're
I
talking
look
about
at the body of work. He got more yards, more touchdowns. I can name 5 quarterbacks who I think.
My hot take.
What's your hot
I'm not
take?
saying he's the MVP, but he is my dark horse right now. If he keeps playing like he is, the Colts make the playoffs.
He does have a
he's gonna-
pretty easy schedule moving forward.
Yeah.
This is the MVP. Like we're talking the MVP
Like the most
of the
valuable
league.
player.
Yes,
Like, bro.
the league.
He's not the most valuable person
On this team.
in Indiana.
I disagree.
The Saints. Like the whole state, he's not the most valuable.
We're not talking about stats.
He's not the most valuable, let alone to be in the NFL. You got Caitlin Clark.
You're talking about.
You got Pat McAfee. You got Hallie. Like, I mean, he's so far behind just everything, to let alone just to be. Come on.
Indiana's not even close.
Like, that's just, I don't even. He's so far behind. I mean,
Like,
there's a high school kicker that got more value than him.
In the league. Like, you hanging your hat on
how
that.
he
Like,
beat
nah,
them
bro.
matters,
Beat the
though.
Broncos.
He also beat
Man,
the
he
Broncos.
lost it. He ain't
You
did
keep
shit in that
leaving
game.
that out.
What was his QBR that game?
Which one?
No, it had to be high or he wouldn't be leading the league.
Man, he lost that game. The Broncos threw an interception in the red zone, then backdoored that, missed the field goal, then backdoored that, and gave you two options. Like, bro.
He got a 98 passer rating in that game.
Pass
No,
QBR.
QBR.
Oh, let me look at QBR.
Man,
Yeah.
Puka's more
Man.
should be higher than him right now.
Jonathan Taylor is the most valuable player on the court.
I mean, there's like 6 players in front of him right now. I'm sure.
It's like 6 quarterbacks alone.
I mean, 6 players on his team that's in front of him.
I wouldn't give him MVP right now. My take was he's the dark horse right now because of what he's doing in Indy. QBR matters. That really does matter. It takes into account what you're doing for your team to win games. And to me, that means that he's valuable for his football team. So
he should be happy he's out of the out of New York.
Nobody's going to win the MVP because of their QBR. You're going to win the MVP because of them touchdowns, because of them yards, because of them wins.
and your contribution to
He's steady. I mean, he's steady.
Hey.
He's reliable. He's showing that
You
it was the
contribute
Giants,
all
not
you
him.
want. If you ain't putting the ball in the hoop, you're not the MVP.
Okay, I saw it and I already brought it up. A.D. Mitchell dropped the football before the goal line.
Right.
Or they're up. And that was a touchdown pass from Daniel Jones that did not count in that game, right? It was 70-some, I think it was 70.
it was a big play.
Yeah.
70 plus.
You could do the same thing
Okay.
about the Broncos game, though, Skip.
Okay.
We could do this. We can go back and forth
We
about
could.
this. If he don't put a elbow on his pass, then y'all lose that game. Like we can go back and forth about that.
Daniel
It
Jones.
is what
You
it
still
is.
have to be in
We're
position
talking
to
about
win.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones,
Okay.
54, Stafford, 77.
Okay.
Is that
In that game
Well, that wasn't the
against the
but
Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So
I no.
54. You played
a
a big dog defense, and your QBR was it's out of, what is it, out of 120?
No, 100.
It's out of 100.
Yeah.
You failed.
You fail.
Yeah.
You failed against the Broncos. And Jonathan
And
Taylor,
Stafford passed.
what was his RBR? I bet his shit was fucking through the fucking roof. That's why they won the game,
Yeah.
because of Jonathan Taylor.
And they also have the best tight end in football. Somebody I wanted my Dallas Cowboys to
Right.
draft.
Yeah.
Tyler
I put
Warren.
him
He's
above
looking
Daniel
good.
Jones.
There's a lot of people.
He above
Right.
Daniel
There's
Jones.
a lot of
too,
people.
shit.
All right. Go ahead, Skip.
So here's the bottom line. When Daniel Jones was the starting quarterback for the New York Football Giants, he went 24, 44, and 1 and was written off by everybody who watches pro football as he's a loser and a disaster. Even though that 1 year in 2022, they went 9-6-1, and he went up and did beat, I'm not a big Kirk Cousins guy, but it was the Vikings at the Vikings in a playoff game. It was Kirk Cousins, and Daniel Jones in that game threw for 301, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, had a QBR of 83 in a big playoff game, and ran it 17 times for 78 yards because he's underrated to me as an athlete because he's a big kid. He's what, 6'5"?
At least 6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'4", 6'5".
Right? And he can move. And you can call plays for him because that year they called a bunch of plays for him to run.
I think he's doing good.
Is that when he had Saquon Barkley?
Yeah.
In that year when they
Yeah,
won,
definitely.
So the 2 times he damn near got the best running back in the
He
league.
got the
plays
best running
better.
back. He played.
He plays better
he was-
because you got to watch out for this.
Hey, come
okay,
on
then
now.
it makes sense.
Hey,
I
Well,
get it.
I think he's playing great football,
Yeah,
but
he's playing
MVP,
solid.
I don't think so.
Okay, Josh Allen won the MVP last year, and James Cook led the league in rushing touchdowns.
He did.
So,
Right.
I mean, what are we
I don't
doing?
think
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
I mean, but his both his great years is because of the.
I'm not taking away from Josh Allen, but it helps to have good players around you to go win an MVP. You
I get it.
gotta have.
Let's
you
Let's
gotta
talk
have
about
help.
Dak then.
He's
Obviously, Dak's a big contender right now for MVP. But my question, though, is, Aqib, do you think that he can actually lead them to the playoffs? Because if Dallas Cowboys don't make the playoffs,
Who?
Dak can't win MVP.
Wait, lead who? Like, I know you
The
said
Cowboys.
Skip.
to the playoffs.
Skip thinks he can.
Skip think he can.
Talking about playoffs?
I think
Wait,
if
wait, I'm sorry. Out of me.
go ahead.
No, I don't mean rude. I just want to ask a good. Wait, say that again. Just
Come on, Dallas in the playoffs. It can happen.
This year?
This year.
oh, okay, go.
Hold on.
This year.
I just went to grab my cup.
Yeah.
I see a community MVP up here. Like, what
Community.
are we doing? G, if you don't get we don't put,
Thank you.
we put Super Bowl champ
the community MVP.
We don't put community MVP bobbleheads on this table right here. So sorry, Lil G. Gotta get off this table.
How many rings does Lil G have? He doesn't have any.
He ain't got none. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get off the table now.
Okay.
Lil G gotta get off the table. I'm avid in the community.
He got his sister break.
We put Super Bowl rings. We put Super Bowl championship bobbleheads.
That's why I put my stuff over here.
But I said it once. I say it again. That defense will not lead the Cowboys to the playoffs, man. Dak has to play immaculate for the Cowboys to win games, and shit. He played immaculate.
He's looking immaculate.
But he played immaculate versus the Packers, and they tied.
No, we won that game.
They still ain't win. Skip eyes, they won. But in my eyes,
Skip went to bed like that's a win.
I mean, it's defense wins chips. They also get you to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And this not a quick fix for the Cowboys, man. They just not there yet. They need a big time player on the D line. Houston, he's just not there yet. I'm saying they need a big time middle linebacker. The little rookie.
James, yeah.
He's just not there yet.
Overshown's about to come back.
Overshown, I don't know. Is Overshown a Mike, though?
He's
I don't
like
know if
a
he's
monster.
Mike, though. He's more like a big,
He'll make a
strong
difference,
safety
though. He's a good
outside
player.
kind of guy. I don't know if he's a Mike right in the middle of that defense. So, and most of all, they need a DC who the players believe in to tie this thing all together. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a quick fix. I don't think it'll get fixed this year. I mean,
so you know cornerback. Is Trevon Diggs any good?
He great.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Well, he's one starter.
Exactly. Bland pretty good too.
Oh,
is he? I'm pretty good too, but when Jack Del Rio had me off at 9 all season, I was okay. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had me doing what I do best.
Okay.
And I don't feel like Eberflus got them guys doing what they do best. Now they did play more man last game, but this is not a quick fix, man. Why do he got to go to you and tell you how to call a defense? That's a problem to me. Like why is a player got to go? Hey, coach, listen, you got Bland and Diggs here. We here. Why are we fucking sitting in cover 2, cover 4? Like, let us do what we do best. Like, if you can't figure that out as a DC, then that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a quick fix. It won't be fixed this year. You know what I'm saying? I think Jerry, he'll get to it this offseason, and he'll fill those holes they need on defense, including that D coordinator. But Dak going ball. Dak going to continue to ball. He got a great offense. When CD come back, it's going to crank up even more. And it'll get him to 8 wins. I said that's not a bad year. That's solid. It'll get him to 8 wins, maybe 9, but I don't think that'll be enough to get him in the playoffs.
Gil had him winning 3.
He started at 1.
Yeah, I started 1.
Then he went to the. Then he went to 4.
I'm closer than Skip is.
Where they at now? How many games?
They got 2.
2 wins, 2 losses, and a tie.
Like, I'm trying to figure out. Skip, I'm going to just be honest. I have a better chance beating you at golf than them making the playoffs. Right? Because I'm looking at how do you get 7 wins to even think about, like to even have a chance? Because that win against the Packers that you want to claim, that kind of helps them a little bit. You know, I mean the tie, but it kind of helps them a little bit with, losses. But where do they get 7 more wins at when their back schedule is Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers?
That's tough.
Commanders. Don't leave out.
That's coming up soon. I don't see where you're going to be able to get,
one on the back end,
10 or 11 to be in the playoffs, let alone I don't see you getting 7.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to figure out where you.
Arizona.
You're not going to be Denver.
Wait a second. Arizona?
Yeah, that's
Las Vegas with a bye in between.
So how many wins they got right now? They got 2?
They got 2.
Wait.
All right, so Arizona, that's 3.
Yeah, we're going to beat
Las Vegas.
Wait a second. What about we're going to beat Carolina?
All right, so that's 3.
And we're going to beat Washington at home because we always do.
That's 4.
Okay, and then we'll lose at Denver. I already give you that one.
Arizona,
and then we got
5.
Okay, we got back-to-back Monday nighters with a bye in between. We will win both of those games.
Okay, Vegas, that's 6. You had 6 wins right now.
No, he can't. That's Vegas. He already gave you Vegas.
No, I'm counting. That's at 6 wins.
Okay, now
they got 2 right now. He said Carolina, Washington, Arizona, Vegas.
Okay, now we're going to be on on a roll, and we will beat the Eagles at home.
I can't give you that
Yes,
one.
we will. We will beat
I can't give you that one.
We always split with them, and we will split by winning that home game.
Okay.
We will beat the Chiefs at home on Thanksgiving
I can't
because
give you that
we
one,
do
Skip.
that.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
On Thanksgiving.
Thank
okay.
you. We will win that game. We will not win at Detroit. I already
can't give you
gave
that one.
but we will beat Minnesota at home.
Okay, that's 7.
Yep.
That's 7. Okay.
Wait,
And
I
the
think you're
Giants.
shortchanging me. I think I already.
No, I ain't give you the Eagles, the Chiefs, or Detroit.
Oh, well, I didn't say Detroit, but I told you we're going to beat the Eagles and the Chiefs.
You at 7 right now, Skip.
still at-
Okay, I'm at 9.
You at
Okay,
nine.
you still need 2 more.
We
Y'all
will
gonna beat
beat
the
the Chargers at home.
Okay, that's 8.
Okay, I'm to 10.
You need one more win.
You said
Yeah.
y'all
Then-
gonna split
then
with
you're gonna-
Washington. Washington, so that's a loss. And then y'all gonna beat New York. That's 9. I gave you 8 or
Okay.
9 wins right
11. Now we're to 11.
We on the same page.
If you get to 11, get to 11, I would drop my fandom for the Lakers.
For the
that-
Lake Show.
For the Lake Show. I've been since 96.
Okay, is
I
that
got tattoos all through the body. I would drop
you get to
my
11,
fandom. You get to 11, I'm Cowboy diehard.
If you get to 11, I will drop the bag and me and you going every game. Whatever you want to see.
I will have a kid and
it's
name
on
him
me,
Skip.
baby. It's on me.
Skip Bayless Arenas.
It's on
I
me.
swear.
Pulling right up, Skip. Hey, sideline passes. We doing the whole thing like father and son, Skip. We going, baby.
We go. I'll be there with
every
you.
game, Skip.
I've been
Lot of
trying
upside.
to explain to you guys. I've had a feeling about this team from day one. It's way better than it has played so far. It does have a new coordinator on defense who I don't love, but I saw flashes of figuring it out, albeit against the Jets at the Jets. But those 2 corners are legit. When we get Malik Hooker back, my safeties are legit, even though now Donovan Wilson's beat up too. When we get Overshown back, I don't know what position he plays. I just know he wrecks football
baller.
games. That's all I know.
He is.
Shamar James is an explosive athlete who played 3 quarters against the Jets and had 15 tackles. He's going to change the way we play. James Houston, I don't care what you say, he will start getting loose and loose. The more reps you play him, the more he's going to get his hands on quarterbacks. Dante Fowler finally flashed for me because he led Commanders in sacks last year with 10.5. He will wind up with 10.5 for this team and be a factor and a force. Kenny Clark is an anchor of that new defensive line, and Odigizua they gave the bag to because he can play, and both of them can rush the passer. They added Clowney, who's going to give us little bursts here and there, a little pop here and there, where all of a sudden I'm seeing a real live defense that will only get better by the snap. You're sleeping on my Dallas Cowboys.
Let me ask
They're
you a
about
question,
to
Skip.
take off.
They can get better because they're last right now. So you can only get go to 31. That's better.
Well, I want to ask you a question, Skip. So that feeling that you have right now, right?
Yep.
Have you not had that feeling since 1990 when you was covering the Cowboys? Seriously, Skip, you always got
you
that
want to know
feeling,
the
right?
truth? 1961.
Yeah, so you always had that. You always had that feeling, right, Skip?
Yeah.
All right.
Not like this.
Just making sure it's not brand new.
I did not have it last year. I thought they would be a disaster last
Okay.
year, and they were. With Micah Parsons, they were a disaster last year.
Okay.
The Micah cloud has been lifted off this team. You say they're worse. No, they're better without Micah. I'm on record. I will pound this tape.
It's just the stats that don't show it.
Don't show it. They better though.
Like last place is last place.
Hey.
Like it can't get no worse.
I sat through too many stomach-turning games last year with Micah on the field for the whole game against the freaking Saints at Jerry World. Week 3 last year, it's 35-16 at halftime. The Saints hung 35 on us at Jerry World with Micah. The Ravens ran us off the field, 274 yards rushing with Micah on playing every snap. The Eagles obliterated us twice last year, Micah playing every snap. Help me out here. They're going to look different, and you are going to eat all the stuff that you just put out there.
I know. I gotta write this all down.
We got it on tape because you're going to have to turn into a Laker fan before this year is over.
Yeah, 30. Like, how many teams in the NFL?
It's 32 of them.
Like, is there is there another league like FXL?
Yeah.
Like,
CFL.
huh?
No, I don't. They have I think they have the spring league still.
What is that called?
USF.
UFL.
UFL. Can we check to see what type of defense they got down there? Because I'm pretty sure you add them, then the Cowboys will probably go to like 35, 36. So this is crazy.
Well, speaking of blinded hope, Gil, after the Niners beat the shell of your team 1-10, how are you feeling about the Rams going to Super Bowl now?
I'm feeling confident.
Still.
You are?
I'm feeling confident.
You lost to Mac Jones.
First of all, it's
Thank you, Skip.
like history.
Mac Jones is catching too many strays today, man.
Like
I know. We're going to fight for Mac Jones. We love you and your bananas.
Like we're talking about like if we get one kick blocked, we're 5-0. Mm-hmm. Right? We got 2 blocked in the Philly game. One of those, we win that game. But we got blocked last game also to win that game. So that's how we're losing games. We're losing games because something's I don't even know why we're going for the field goal anymore. We might as well just go for 2. Just let's just get rid of the kicker and let's just go for it. Because at this point, this is history, right? And in week 4, there's never been a team that got blocked this many times on kicks. So this is historic right now. So the fact that we got hit by a historic bug, I'm very confident. I'm very confident. I mean, it's 2020. It's LA, 2026. I'm sorry, y'all. Everybody's winning here. Everybody's winning here. I'm having 3 parades. There's gonna be 3 parades.
Starting with the Dodgers.
Huh? What?
Starting with the Dodgers.
You feel me? Right, I'm just sorry.
Wait, the
1 to 10.
Clippers are going to win?
How confident?
Is that what you said?
Who?
The Clippers. They're going to win?
They're not part of LA.
Yeah, they're fine.
We put them like the old said. I don't know where they are.
So 1 to 10. 10, they're winning the Super Bowl guaranteed. 1, they don't even make the tournament.
Okay, 8.5.
8.5. They're winning the Super Bowl.
Winning the Super Bowl.
All right.
I give them. I say.
Who's in our division? That's we got to worry about right now.
You got to worry about the whole NFC.
49ers.
Got to worry about the Niners and
I think you hurt.
I know, but they hurt.
They're going to come back.
No,
and then
they're
what?
not. They're not.
Then what?
Who else?
Seattle.
Seattle's playing good.
Okay.
Dallas.
Depressing.
You got
They're depressing out of the rain.
Commanders.
The
Champs. The Lions.
Lions.
The Packers.
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
What about Micah Parsons? My God.
Yeah, I said.
Skip, you said that I was going to die on the Travis Hunter hill.
Yeah.
I think you're going to die alone on the Cowboys to the playoff hill right now.
Who you got on the
Gil,
line?
are you getting a call mid-show?
Yeah.
Turn your phone off, maybe, huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh. You serious? Hold that thought. You crazy. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got some very great news. Please take this off. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The best news I've been waiting for goddamn all football season, baby. Huh? Basketball season's back. Season 4 is official, baby. All right, listen. All right, you have fun. All right, get okay. I'm out. Yeah.
Gil gone.
What?
Gil getting ready for the season.
Gone.
Apparently, basketball season's back and Gil is out. He's starting the basketball show.
Hey, Gil getting ready for the season.
All right. Well, we didn't need him, right?
Okay.
I'm tired of hearing about his Rams anyway. Well, we will see you guys next week on Monday after the craziness of football this weekend, craziness of football tonight. Good luck to the Giants. You're going to need it. We will see you guys back on Monday at 11:30 a.m. PST, 2:30 EST. Catch you next time. Woo!